and gentlemen, you already know what the fuck is going on. I'm joined by my friend, my companion, my duo here for another episode of The Flank. Everybody, welcome Ben Jadasim, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Ben?
I'm doing good, Tom. A good Sunday. A lot of sports today. You had Euros. You had the French GP. That was pretty lit. John Max Verstappen. You had the U.S. Open. Everybody imploding on the back nine. We've got Game 7 going down right now. And an insane 7-hour day of Call of Duty culminating. And finally, we got a final map and a best of 9.
Yeah, bro, that was fucking nuts. We went all the way to a fucking map number 9 in the grand finals. It's crazy. But before we do talk about this shit, I want to welcome the guest that will be joining us today. Guys, you already know the Iceman himself, one of the iciest to play the game. Welcome, Accuracy, to The Flank. How you doing, Lamar?
I'm doing good, Tom. You know, honestly, I come on here just to get that gas. Every time I hear you get I'm like, yo, I'm here.
You get the gas, like, yo, I gotta go.
That's some solid gas. What's good, Zoo Mafia?
What's up, bro? And then we got another fucking guest today. You guys already know who he is. He's been a little fake towards the Zoo Mafia, but he's here today. Welcome, Anthony Zinni, a.k.a. Methodz!
Tommy!
Zinni boy!
You know I had to make my legendary appearance after the big grand final.
Yeah, I feel you. Welcome to The Flank, Zin. Welcome,
Listen, I'm here to stay, man. It's going to be a long one. A fucking long one, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be as long as yesterday, I'll tell you that. We had fucking
How long
5
did you guys go
series. I don't know, what was it, Ben? 2-3 hours? I don't know. It was a long one. Like 2.5 hours, I
we
think.
actually, like, kind of low-key did it in 2 hours, but, like, Tom and I were like, oh, shit, the show is going to be
But it
super
was
long.
also late as fuck when we started it, too. So we were
it was a grueler,
yeah,
bro.
it was a grueler.
Bro, yesterday was abysmal because I woke up early to play golf. So, dude, I don't know. I'll try next time to just sort of, like, drink energy drinks, but I was fading at the end of that show yesterday.
He was fading, bro. He was fading.
I straight rolled off the show into bed.
Did you actually? I can't even do that, bro. I was too wired. I was too fucking wired. Ben, make sure you send me that link through Discord, brother.
Yeah, it's already in your Discord, brother.
Oh, it is? Oh, you put it in the TeamSpeak, so I thought that was for me.
I put it in the TeamSpeak and sent it to you on Discord, so you're welcome.
Oh, okay. Look at you go. Mr. Ahead
Guys,
of the
we
game
know
over
about
here.
we know about the Seabass tweet. I already responded. Want to get him on the show. Would love to get him on the show in the off season.
Oh, Seabass tweeted us? What'd he say?
Yeah, said that we are the best programming in gaming.
Seabass said that?
That's some solid gas.
Let's get
really
a
good
W
gas.
Bass in the chat. Come on, shout out to Seabass. Yeah, Seabass is always tuning in watching the show. He's a fucking real one, bro. I'm always talking to him. He's a good fucking guy. Seabass is a legend, man. If you guys don't know who he is, he's one of the original founders of Faze, is he not?
Yep.
So he's just a legend, man. He's a fucking legend. So make sure to go show some love to Seabass and everybody else over there at Faze. And speaking of Faze, they won the tournament today, guys. So shout out to Atlanta Faze for winning Major 4 over at the Dallas Empire Home Series. And this was a wild one, man. We're going to get right into it and start talking about some of these matches. So to kick things off, man, we had OpTic Chicago going up against Dallas Empire. And Ben, Maron, was this a fucking good one?
The fucking heartbreaker for the boys in green.
It was a heartbreaker.
It was a heartbreaker, yeah.
It was. And I feel bad. Obviously, Scump, he just came out and he just tweeted. Definitely want to read out his tweet. Scump came out and said, sad. I've been sad for months and months. I want to win so badly. I gave up personal content to try and improve just to get the same result. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Really just lost at the moment. I never talk about my mental health, but damn, it's been rough recently. That one hits home to me, bro. That one hits home to me. I feel really bad for the kid. Just because it's listen, we got pro players in here, former pro players or whatever you want to call them. Listen, it is what it is, right? I mean, come on, I just gave you guys gas. But you know what it is, man. You guys have competed. Like, it's stressful, bro. You know, put in a lot of time for this shit, and when you don't get the results you want, like, that shit hurts.
Hell yeah, it's very, very extremely stressful.
Listen, we've talked about this a lot on the show, so we can't go on this tangent.
No, we won't. I mean, last time we talked about this, people were commenting on my videos saying, "Oh, gamers are so selfish and they gotta go out in the real world," and that shit pissed me off because it has nothing to do with other. There's so many jobs out there.
You wouldn't say the same shit to an athlete, bro. Like, you wouldn't say the same shit to Louis Oosthuizen, who was runner-up for the 6th straight time in a major. He's not going to get comments like that. Louis Oosthuizen. Yeah, you never heard of him. He's a good golfer, and he's finished runner-up in, like, 6 majors to some of the best golfers in the world. Like, dude, it sucks to not get over that last hump. You really feel for the OpTic guys.
It's not even that. It's like there's so many real-world jobs that are very stressful. I'm not saying that ours is more stressful than the other. I'm just saying I feel like ours, like the Call of Duty stuff, is kind of like underplayed sometimes. They're just like, oh, you sit on your ass and you play a video game, you know, and it's like you're fucking,
No,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
not
They
that
They
at all.
don't,
underplay it.
they don't appreciate
They don't
the craft.
appreciate the craft and the work ethic. That's the only reason why we talk about that shit, like how stressful it actually is, because people
I'm not even sure.
make it look like we're fucking assholes, you know, that this shit's easy.
I mean, I think as a pro player, a lot of the times your happiness is like contingent on your team's success, right? Like there's no way you're having a good time. Maybe you are. I don't know. I feel like if you're in the last place team, you're not doing great. Like at least
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it. It's just like, fuck. Well, now my job is in the line, and I think think about Seth specifically. I mean, he has like a bigger burden than all of us. Like I read 100 tweets of hate, he reads thousands. So it's like a lot of pressure on him. That's our boy. I think a lot of us can relate to what he's going through. So
listen, I feel bad for him, but listen, Scump's been doing this for a long time, and it's just another bump in the road for the kid. So
Correct.
you know, just gotta support him, guys. Show him some
that
love,
Octane having a
support
great
him.
time.
This guy is the king of COD, man. He's a staple to the scene. You know, a lot of this wouldn't even be possible without him. So you know, make sure to support him and build him up, bro. Even through the rough times. You know,
Bro,
Make sure
all the people
to
tweeting him,
think next time before you tweet him saying retire, you fucking pricks.
Yeah, everyone
you fucking
tweeting him that's like
assholes.
talking shit to him or whatever, if let's say he ended up stop playing or retiring or whatever, they would be the first ones freaking out.
Oh,
But you should think before you start typing everything every 3 seconds.
Wait, it's like when Damon and Forma got dropped. All the Twitch chat was saying drop Karma. He gets dropped. People are up in arms. What the fuck? You're dropping Karma?
Yeah. It was nuts.
It's
It was
just funny how that
fucking
shit
nuts.
works.
Listen, fucking think before you tweet, bitch. Okay. That's the moral of the story. Let's move on to the match. We got OpTic Chicago going up against Dallas Empire, and this first map was fucking nuts.
Yeah,
Dallas
this one
came
got
out
really crazy.
Dallas came out like crazy. They had a crazy lead, and then OpTic was able to turn it around and make it a fucking map end.
Yeah, Scump went really big on sort of the tail end of the P1. Sorry, the first and second rotations. And he gets streaks, and I'll skip kind of a hill or two ahead. It gets really kind of crazy in classic fashion. We've seen a lot on this map. The P5s and the P1s and the P2s. And ultimately, I think Dallas do a really good job of setting up for this P2. And they end up winning it with a nice break to go ahead and take the first map.
Yeah, I'm just happy that OpTic made it a map, because at first they were getting pretty blown out. But I do want to give credit to Scump, because that guy was on another level, and not just because we were just talking about him, but he was absolutely
He
fine
got
on
hard
this
cost
first.
to this map.
Yeah, he got hard cost.
He got after this map. I tweeted
people
after this map.
shit all over his sheets, my poor bastard.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do, Zin? You know, sometimes it happens. But
What can you do?
They ended up losing the first map, and I agree, Ben. I think it got mixy, but I definitely think Dallas did a good job just controlling the pace and making sure they get rotations to that P2 hill and just locking down the W. That's really all it was. Other than that, is there anything else you want to talk about before we move on? I mean, the grand finals is probably what we're going to talk about the most, but we definitely want to run through these first couple matches, guys.
I want to run to the end of this match just so people can see. I mean, I think just the tough thing for OpTic in a lot of the situationals they lost.
Right here, OpTic threw here. You know,
Yeah. Seth made a go play right here to get the 2-piece to secure the rotation, and then I don't know what happened after this.
Then Envoy pushes, he gets caught.
Yeah, so watch what happens, because I actually wanted to talk about what happens here and get your guys' take on what you think. Watch where OpTic spawns now.
They're gonna
after the situation.
Yeah, they're gonna spawn deep because
Yeah.
number 2 and number 3 got pushed up.
Yeah,
But-
and it just speaks to that kill in bricks. It would have changed a lot, and I think also potentially because Scump is holding this side
But
of the
rewind
hill.
it though. How is this falling apart? Like that can't happen. Like if you're OpTic, that can't happen. Like right
rewind
now,
it real quick.
like how is Envoy number 6, right? Like Envoy's how the hell did he die?
No, but he spawns up back here, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Good to
he
go.
spawns up. He plays a
Perfect.
corner, correct?
This guy's a sitting duck. Take his ass out immediately. Gone, dead. Envoy finds one.
Okay, he finds one. He gets traded.
Number 2. Oh,
It's
Matt
foremost.
Matt peaked arch.
Shouldn't have peaked. He shouldn't
Yeah,
have
Matt,
peaked.
he shouldn't have peaked arch, but I also think it was kind of a little fadedness because they got the 2-piece on the kids hitting green, and then like they
Hold on,
double sat
go
on
back.
the hill for like an extra few seconds. By the time
Am
he
I-
went back, the kid already had the angle on him.
Am
you
I
know what
tripping
mean?
or
What?
they shouldn't have spawned out there?
It was an interesting spawn. I think it was because number 2 was pushed up past that Tetris area. Like he was like kind of pushed up right there.
I guess.
And they
but-
didn't have anybody blocking. Like OpTic didn't really have anybody
where-
blocking.
yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 4 are you.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, I think
Yeah,
it's
it
because
makes
they got
sense
the
then.
two-piece on the hill and they just stayed on the hill for too long, like double teaming green when they already got the 2 kills there. If he would have been in arch right after they got those kills, that kid wouldn't have that hard aim angle. He would have been able to stay alive.
Realistically, I mean, Scump got the 2-piece and he's staying alive. Like, Formal just needs to stay alive. He can't shimmy arch right there. Like, if he stays alive and works some crossfires with his team, like, that's the shit we've been talking about with OpTic, though. That's the shit we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks. Like, every time we watch him play hardpoint, they overchow. They just keep overchowing people instead of just staying alive and just holding your angles and just waiting for them to come to you. It's like they complicate things when they could just... They make the game a lot harder on themselves. They make it a lot harder on themselves, and they do stuff like that, and it costed them on this first map. This would have been a big first map, but instead...
Yeah, this was all the momentum for sure.
Yeah. I mean, look at Dallas. They look like they just won the
your
fucking
Faze,
thing.
you were fucking demoralized if you lose this map. You were up like what, 150 to 40 or whatever, some crazy number.
Faze, you mean not...
Maybe Dallas.
OpTic was up
Dallas,
like
Dallas.
211 to something, and then they came back. But I agree. Like we've seen this year a lot too. OpTic kind of really struggles after they lose that first map, because they've had some up and down luck in S&D, and would have been a big momentum grabber. Instead, they don't. And we go to an Express S&D. This is a pretty interesting, guys. I don't know what your thoughts were on this map.
I mean, Express S&D is always a tricky one. I feel like for the most part, people just bang out sites. It's not like a Moscow where people are like breaking ankles and shit. Like, it's played pretty straight up, in my opinion. There's just little things that people do, but it was a good match. I mean, I don't think Dallas did anything too crazy. Wait, who won this map? Why am I'm blanking right now?
I think Dallas won this map. I'll show a few plays. OpTic won the control.
Yeah, OpTic won the control. You're right. Okay, so
Let me
they ended up clutching
skip
this one up.
to.
Didn't they troll a couple rounds? Did OpTic not troll a couple rounds? I'm pretty sure they did, Ben.
So I want to watch this round first. Formal actually makes him 6 plays in this round. He clutches a 1v2,
Well,
and I think it's all 4 kills.
To go up 3-2, yeah. Formal goes big. He clutches
But
a
then
1v2.
after that, yeah, we'll break up down some of those rounds because I agree. I think OpTic would've played this a little bit
needed that.
differently.
He needed that to get that clutch because that was a big swing round when he clutched that, and it was right here. I think it was to go up 3-2 if I remember correctly. He got the ace in.
Was this not the ace round?
Pretty sure it's an ace,
It might have been an ace.
Yeah, it is an ace.
Sure. Yeah, you're right. You got the
I
fucking
actually
ace.
didn't even watch it, but Twitter told me it happened.
Yeah,
Reese
I
had
was
the
at
kind of
brunch
trolls
during
there
this
with that
map, so I don't
peak.
know.
Oh, you were at brunch?
Yeah, I mean, after just watching 9
Devin
maps,
Volume brunch is great.
my fucking...
Envoy somehow doesn't get that kill. That's unlucky.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
I don't know what happened here though. Like,
Oh, he might have got that if he didn't hop out the bomb.
that
Or am I
wasn't...
fucking drunk?
You might have been drunk.
I don't know. I think it was close.
Was it? I don't know.
Let's see. I mean, I'll go back and we can peep.
I think this was a big map for OpTic. I think if they could have bounced back and tied up the series at 1,
You're already
winning
halfway
the
right
S&D,
here.
No, he was like 3/4. He was dead.
he would have died. He would have died
Yeah.
for sure. He gets up the bomb. He's also standing up.
He made the right play. I mean, he wide shot him. He could have
Yeah.
finessed. Like, it's a 50-50, man. I think, though, Reese Vivid kind of trolls in the beginning of that. He wide peaks Formal in the middle. Probably didn't need to do that.
Yeah, right here. He went a little rogue right here. Yeah. But Formal, he ends up getting the ace. He ends up clutching
Jesus
it up.
Christ.
But where does
son.
it all fall apart for OpTic, Ben? Where does it all fall apart?
It starts with the Illy 1v2, which happens this exact next round.
And then Illy clutches a 1v2, which is very well played. He outplayed the fuck out of them here. Which, props to Illy, man. A lot of people have been giving this guy shit all year.
He played good.
He played really good this event. Yeah, he played really good this event.
Him and Porter, to be honest, people were on their nuts for
I mean, let's be honest.
Both played great.
The whole Dallas team played great. I mean, let's be honest. They played good.
I don't want people to be revisionist history about it. Online, Illy and Krim were 2 of the weaker players in their team, and they showed up this weekend in a big way and were a huge part of Dallas's overall success.
You gotta tip that, man.
I think the great part for Dallas is, as a team, all 4 of them were on point this weekend, and that's what they need. They've put themselves now in that top 2 conversation. They're going to need to carry it into this major, but it was a really good showing from them throughout the entire weekend.
Yep, no, they played really good. They looked like a different Dallas to me, honestly. They look completely different. I don't know if that's just coming down to their practice and their work ethic, but I think the main thing for me was just Vivid's picking up the pace now. He's getting used to these guys. He's starting to fit in, because I think when Dallas first made that change with Hook, they were a top 3 team. And then they made the change with Hook, and it started going downhill. They didn't look good. They just didn't look like themselves. They looked like a bottom half of the league, a team that was at the bottom of the barrel, like they didn't look good at all. And now Vivid's starting to get used to these guys. They're starting to play off each other a little bit more. They seem like their chemistry and their teamwork is definitely coming around. And I think Vivid, he's been frying. He's been doing his fucking thing. He works really well off Shotzzy. They're a good duo. They
Their
actually
S&D
are.
just is way more cohesive with Vivid on the team. He brings a lot of pace, which has helped them a lot in early round aggression. They were great in First Bloods today overall in this series, in the Toronto series, and the Faze series. So I think the pickups work up well for them, and they were great in respawn as well.
Yeah.
Well, I saw his tweet that he was play calling.
Yeah, game 5, right? You play called for that one comeback. But Reese comes from the LAG team. They're a great S&D team. And the season before that, he's like the best S&D player or second best behind a BZ. So that guy is just bringing a lot to the table for this team in Surge, which is something they struggled with like all season long.
Yeah.
And I
Also,
want to
before we
add an
continue,
additional
real
note
quick,
to that. Sorry, Zen. Is that LAG as a team actually were not that good at S&D before Reese joined the team last year. They got way better. Became one of the
LAG
top
don't
players
know
in
what
game
the
mode.
fuck they're doing. They're smoking the fucking papaya over there. Because they must got that good shit in LA, I'll tell you that. Because they got rid of their best player. I don't understand why. Hey, if your best player comes to you and says he wants to make changes to the team and try and get these guys on the right path, and they say no and get rid of them because he wanted to make changes, is ridiculous. You have a superstar player who wants to see the organization win, and these guys are smoking on the papaya. And they got rid of him. And now look at him. Vivid's doing his thing. And honestly, I'm happy for him. Because I feel like, he kind of got whittled out when he just wanted to, be the best. And there you go. And now he's found himself in a grand final today. Which is really good to see. Yeah, it worked out for him.
Now he's in a team of 4 players that should stick together pending anything crazy happening this year. He's in a way better situation. It's worked out for him. He's an integral part of this Dallas team. As we watch this final round here, you're going to watch... the Dallas boys kind of close this out with a nice retake here in round 9.
Yeah, their retakes were good. Go ahead, Zinni. I'll let you go, and then I'll say something.
I am #1 Shotzzy fan.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He's disgusting.
Bro. Yeah,
Just wanted to say,
he's
like,
the best POV to watch for sure. It's not even close. He's the best
I'm
POV
getting
to
a
watch.
foam finger with his face on it, and I'll be at the next event.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely
My fucking neck.
Yeah, my fucking neck just broke in half. But honestly, I agree. I think Shotzzy is incredible. I think watching like his POV is unlike nobody else. He's just very smooth. Like he's very fluid. That's what Z kept saying in our fucking T-Speaks. He kept saying he's so fluid. He just plays so right. And Z, he doesn't know jack shit about COD. So it's just fucking comedy.
I'd give him my salary for
and
sure.
It's crazy that he plays on Independent too as a sub.
Nah, he changed that. No,
Yeah.
he changed that.
Oh, he stopped playing on Independent?
Yeah, he stopped. He switched. But he was for a little while, and he was still frying, even on Independent.
Okay.
What was Ben saying to him? Oh, look at the harmony.
Who, Ben?
Why am I getting mocked?
Wait,
Why Ben
wait, no.
Why am I
wait. No, what's the word he used, dude? It's not harmony. What is it? You know exactly what I'm talking. No, it's not. Well, that was fucking great
Well,
as
the
well.
connective tissue was.
It was.
fugazi.
It's not connective tissue. It's something like harmony. I don't know. I'll get it. Don't worry. We can continue.
Yeah, we'll continue, but I don't even remember what I was gonna say before.
So getting back to this map.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say, but go ahead, Ben. I was just gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, fuck. I had a little bit of wine, so I'm a little fucking crazy right now. Their retakes, like Dallas's retakes were fucking insane in every game. Whenever they need to break a point, break a hard point, fucking retake a bomb site, like they were hella good the whole tournament when it came to doing that shit. They were like a well-oiled machine, no bullshit. Every time they were.
Sorry, Tom.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
They were starting to show signs of better teamwork, I thought, especially online during the stage. It seemed like they were starting to click, and man, like especially yesterday and today, I agree with you. In a lot of these mixy team situations or clutch situations in a respawn or a search, they were doing a really good job bait and switching for each other. It wasn't a situation, like early in the season where Hook or Shotzzy was sliding in and miraculously getting 2 or 3 kills. They were playing well off each other, setting up their ARs, making plays. Like they finally come together as a good team and to put themselves in that top conversation.
No, 100%. 100%. I think this round or this map, you got to give kudos to Scump again, bro. He was making fucking plays on this map.
Yep.
He was just being a nuisance on the map, picking up pieces left and right. They did a good job closing this one out and taking the W. I thought they had a good chance to reverse sweep, honestly. I think once OpTic won this control, I was like, they might be able to do this. It starts with the hard point, but unfortunately, they weren't able to push it to a game number 5. But what are you going to do, Ben? You can't win them all. And obviously, the OpTic guys are devastated. I'm not sure what's next for these OpTic guys, honestly, because I feel like we've been talking about the same mistakes from them that they've been making. And, they have to fix them. They have to fix them because I don't see them making any changes. And I think everybody here would agree, right?
Yeah, there's no universe that they're making a change.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go to this lesson and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, let's go on board with the OpTic Chicago listening and see how these guys sound in the map number 4.
Eskies right now? Move it to glass dead.
I don't
They're
see
gonna be
anything
street, guys.
street.
They're gonna be street.
I don't see anything street
I'm
yet.
looking fighters. I'm looking at fighters. And their side time. Krim absolute. He's hugging right. There's two
Nothing
time.
street. Nothing street. I have your right.
Crim's glass. Crim's glass.
Yo,
He's
street,
shoot on me.
edge.
Shoot on me.
I have your right. I have your right push.
Left, I want to be 2.
Yeah, he's
I'm
close
going
up.
back,
Close up.
go back.
Take it.
One shot time. One shot time. One shot time. Krim.
Take it.
Might hit me out
I
here.
think both guys are going top PD.
Might wrap straight on me.
What do you guys
Listen,
grab?
everyone's
Street.
full 60 right here, guys. Full 60. Reset.
Yo, they could be street. They could be
I'm
street.
looking
You
at
guys
it.
like
I'm looking at it.
like front.
Yo, what's mid shot?
I'll
Get it.
Give
Time.
me
Get
two
time.
minutes.
Yo, Krim under window. Under window weak.
One more minute.
Mid window weak.
He's in B search side door. He's challenged right here.
We spawned out. We
Yo,
spawned out.
under window. Under yellow block. He's under your PD. Under your PD. Shots.
Just me, guys.
I can kill time. Just play life. I can
Put the climb upon me, Shotzi. Climb upon me, Shotzi.
Coming down.
Shotzi, absolute.
10-point advantage for
Listen, it sounded good. I mean, they had energy. They were definitely cracked. Like, they definitely were in the match. I mean, they're on a champ Sunday, so why wouldn't the comms be good, especially with this
comms
roster?
were good, and we'll talk about it a little bit more later in the series.
We got to talk about these Dallas P2 breaks,
Dallas
bro.
P2
Jesus
breaks
fuck.
just bullying people down the middle of the map like I've never seen before. Just a straight disrespect. Were a huge factor in them winning all of the Moscows today.
Bro, I don't know how they do it. They just kept doing it all tournament long.
That's one thing I wanted to compliment when you guys were talking about their retakes. Like, when they're retaking, breaking, or anything, like, they just play with no fear in their hearts. Like, they don't worry about checking every single corner, every little angle. Like,
They just
they
go.
just know the game plan. They just go, and, like, they kind of live with the mentality. I feel like whatever happens, happens. They know what to do. They're going to try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, that was the game plan. Tough shit.
Yeah, and that's the same thing Faze does. It's the same thing Toronto does. New York occasionally. I think New York can still work on that a little bit. I think they still struggle with that sometimes, but I mean, that's the main thing. Like, to be a top team, you got to have unselfishness. Like, people just need to go. Like, you need to have a game plan, and you need to do that game plan with no hesitation.
Yeah.
And I think they do a really good job at that. They definitely worked on it, for sure. I think it's something that they probably talked about a lot. And it definitely helped them out, for sure. I feel like you can rely on it. If you know how to break, and you can kind of bail yourself out, no? I mean, if you're making mistakes and you're forced to break a hill or break a point or break a bomb site, like, if you know how to do it the right way, you can bail yourself out, for sure.
They were doing it over and over all weekend. You saw it. Like, that's why his Shotzi screen is so dope to watch, because he gets in those positions where it's like, man, he has no chance right here.
Yeah.
And he's just flying around, getting shots, like doing crazy stuff and making the break happen, like being so annoying, making people focus on him so much.
Yeah.
It's very typical to them for sure.
I want to, as we bring up the series, I want to ask you guys a question, because I don't know if it's been discussed, but, you know, with the COVID situation getting better, we got a little bit of a break, obviously, as we traditionally do between stages here. I wonder on the OpTic side, and I talked about this before this major, I wonder if the Entertain starting to do more land practice to simulate the environment. If not a boot camp, you have so many teams, we could just invite them over for one day and just scrim maps on land at the X quarters. I'm curious if them or Dallas is going to maybe try to spin that up in the next couple of weeks.
I think that'd be a great idea for teams to do that all in Texas. And I know there's a lot more than just like those two teams in here. I feel like these people should be definitely trying to pre-land the closer it gets to the majors
For
and champs
sure.
and all of that. I've seen my
Definitely.
team level up at any pre-land I've gone to. Like, it just makes you better for sure.
Yep. Clay came out. I don't know if you guys saw his tweet, but for some reason he's coming out to LA. These guys, he said somewhere, Jake, Cap, and Enable are still chanting "Trust the process."
Because the
Is it
Sixers
the
are about to
Sixers?
lose.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if he was taking shots
Yeah.
at LA Thieves or taking shots at the Sixers, but that's still funny. That's still fucking funny. And then Vivid actually came out and tweeted something. And this was surprising out of him because I feel like he's usually pretty quiet.
He is. That's why I felt bad when he was getting roasted so much. 'Cause he's just a quiet, nice
Yeah,
kid, works
he's just a
hard,
good
and he was just
dude.
getting attacked.
Yeah, I was talking to him a little bit because he actually reached out to me and he's like, yo, I'm in a slump and this and that. Like, do you have any advice or whatever? Not to toot my own horn, but as soon as I gave him that advice, this guy's been on a whole nother fucking level. But he said, ever since I joined the Empire, everyone's been talking down on my name and it was getting to me mentally. Sucks we didn't get the dub, but this major was a much needed breath of fresh air for me. Excited for the rest of the season and appreciate the support this weekend. So, you know, I'm happy for the kid. I'm happy for the fucking guy. He came out.
Definitely happy for him.
He made a statement. And I think, I mean, Lamar, we talked about Reese a little bit last year. We always liked him. We always thought he was a good player. He's just smart.
a good kid. He's a good kid. He has a really, really good work ethic and like good attitude, and he has like good personality. He's not like, you know, confrontational or weird. So
Yeah.
I'm glad he got on a team with good players and he's getting a chance to show his talent.
Yep,
He always
no,
an
100%.
Yeah, he's always working
Good kid.
hard. Period. That's what, you can never doubt his work ethic, which is super important in this scene.
He's always in fucking eights. Always. Which
I was
is, you know,
worried
you
for him
gotta
because he was
admire.
getting pissed all over online for a little bit.
Who, Vivid?
Yeah, he's an animal.
He's an animal, bro. Hey, Zin, we gotta talk about you.
What do you want to talk to me about?
You said that you were gonna call out all the hamsters this weekend. Who were the hamsters?
I'll be honest.
Oh,
I actually
shit.
didn't see. I was expecting a lot more hamster play.
Yeah, it was the same shit we saw online, no? For the most part.
And to be fair, today was the only day I actually watched like every single match, most of the maps, because obviously back home in Jersey, you've seen family and friends.
The two outliers where I saw a big difference between online to LAN, and you guys can probably already name the two players. Can you name them? Do you guys know?
Wait. In like a positive way
Yeah,
or
a positive way. Positive way.
Oh, positive way.
Yeah,
Crimsix came out frying.
Yeah.
Krim, okay,
yeah.
3, then 2 others.
There's
two
Krim
others.
was fucking
I was
horrid
gonna
before
say
this event.
Octane and Slasher. I think those guys look completely different on LAN.
Yeah,
completely different.
I don't know.
They-
Slasher we haven't seen play enough in a while, so it's
Dan
just
was
like
frying before this event online though for like the
Yeah, he
last
was. I
couple
mean,
series they've
yeah.
been playing. He was turning around that corner.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give Austin his gas. He's played 3 series with that LAT team.
Hold on,
and
Neptune
2 of
as
them,
well.
he had like a 1.5. So 2 out of 3, you have 1.5. You are fucking frying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neptune
Neptune
had
did
a
fry.
great-
Neptune and
did
Ender.
fry.
Wait,
Yeah.
Illy was frying too. Illy, like Ben said, Illy,
Neptune played
Illy
really
and
well.
Ian were struggling a little bit. They come to the event. They look like a winning team today. Like they could have won the event and like not easily, but you know what I mean, right? Like they very well could have won that event today.
Yeah, Standy
Well-
played well too. I feel like Standy did his thing. I mean, there's a lot of people who do well.
They looked good this event. I will say though, Dallas did not look good on this first map in this Toronto series. This one was kind of a bloodbath.
Oh, I thought
I
the
swear,
series
I've
was
seen
over.
Toronto blow people out on this map so many times.
Yeah, they do. I don't know
Yeah,
what the fuck it
I'm a little
is.
surprised this made it in this series. This is Toronto's best hardpoint map.
Didn't they get blown out on this map once though?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that was when
We
Zimmy
did.
was on the team though.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Don't
my
worry,
bad,
they're a lot
Jen.
better now.
My shit. My bad, Jen. I didn't know you.
That was
I
it's alright.
didn't know he was still on the team. I didn't know. I
No,
forgot.
don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. They're a lot better now.
Yeah, Insight. He's just a different beast, huh, Jen? This
Yeah,
guy's,
exactly.
this guy's
exactly.
a fucking animal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He actually is gross though.
No, he is gross. I think the main thing for me in this map was, or this series, I thought Toronto had this in the fucking bag. I have no idea how Dallas came back and won this shit. I have no idea. It looked like this series was so one-sided. The first 2 maps were like they were blenders. They weren't even fucking close.
I could tell you exactly what happened.
Okay, tell me, Ben.
Ultra were a great control team for most of the year. But in the 3 critical series they played this event, twice against Dallas and once against Faze, they really struggled to win control. It was a game that they had unlocked for a while.
Or what is that? What's going on? Because they were like 15-1 on it, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure if it's just, I'd have to go back and watch all the matches and see if there's sort of a common thread across them. But probably something they need to go work on, kind of going back to the next stage. That control that happens in this series ended up being kind of swing mode, and Dallas getting that reverse sweep in order.
Yeah, I mean, they gained a little bit of confidence, and it was just they used that confidence in the next 2 maps. I just didn't expect it. I thought we were going to see a Faze Toronto final without a doubt.
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought
not gonna
so,
lie.
too.
The same. After I watched the second map, I was like, "This shit
is
is
over.
chalked."
In my head, I was like, Dallas beat OpTic. They got top 3, and they already feel like the job is done. Like it just looked like they didn't give a fuck.
They
were
gave up. Like
they
there's
gave
no fight
up.
left.
Yeah, like they gave up, and then somehow I even tweeted out, I was like, Toronto is dismantling Dallas. And then next thing you know, they get reverse swept. And I said, what the fuck? I said, I don't understand this shit. It's like so hard to predict this shit. But I do.
We'll get to it on that map 4 though, because something interesting I wanted to kind of talk about on that when we get there.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. This was a fucking blender. It's 240 to 69. So not really
this
much
was
to talk
legit
about.
smoke
Not much
show.
to talk about at all. Toronto came out and did
Benjamin
their thing.
Vance, we'll tip
It
our
just
hat
goes to
you.
show.
Absolute
It's
smoke show.
simply never chalked.
No, it's never talked.
Like they fucking dominated in the first 2 maps, and all it takes is 1 map. Empire wins that map 3. It's just different now, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're not down 0-2, you're down 1-2. Win this map, it's just like
Quick
1
maths,
map at a
quick
time.
maths.
Yes, I'm very bright.
We'll watch 2 rounds in here. We're gonna watch Insight start his
He didn't even
his
fucking
streak here.
die for a while. He ended
went
up
like
dying
11
towards
to 0
the
or
end.
something,
Yeah,
right?
he was fucking on
He
a
ended with
10 or
1
11
death, I
streak.
think, right? Yeah.
I don't know. That's next level, man. I mean, this guy's on a 10 streak in S&D. That's hard to do, man, especially against a team like Dallas. But I also think Toronto is just so good at standoff, which is why I thought it was weird that that Dallas is playing him on it. Is this a good map for Dallas?
Dallas is pretty good
plays
on.
this
Go
map
ahead.
Oh, they're good
Lamar.
at this
a lot.
map?
Yeah, they do play this map a lot. That's one of their picks, right, Ben?
Yeah, Dallas has played this quite a bunch this season. They just look really good, especially their ARs, Illy and Krim. I feel like they do a good job kind of cutting off mid-map and sort of segmenting the map, and as a team they shift well as a unit. And for Toronto, they were playing pretty good on this map. throughout the stage. And they showed it here, man. They just put Dallas in the absolute blender. Dallas couldn't get first bloods. Insight, obviously, we talked about it, went on like an 11 streak. And there's not really much else to talk about in this map, Tom, outside this round. I mean, we can show more rounds, but there's not much remarkable stuff.
Unless there's something that people want us to talk about. I know sometimes the chat just lets us know if there's like something that they want us to talk about. But for the most part, these first 2 maps was a complete blender.
Slams.
They got smoked. I mean, they got smoked. I mean, watching it back, I think Merck said it during the cast. Just like Toronto's decision making was just so quick, and they were working really well off each other. So they made these first 2 maps look easy. And I thought it was fucking chalked, to be honest. But it wasn't chalked. We went into a control, and Dallas Empire was able to flip things around. They come out. They look really good. They were able to steal an offense, right? I think it was.
Yeah,
Ben?
It's right here, and we'll watch it through. Again, just really solid control work from Dallas this weekend. I think outside of that last series, just really impressed with their teamwork and their ability, especially in Garrison, to just kind of work those brick picks and kind of collapse around A. Against a Toronto team that we have seen all year just look really dominant on this map.
Yeah, it was interesting. I noticed that Dallas Empire always has a guy pushed up into that fucking arch spot. Always.
That's the best spot. That's the best spot.
It's godlike because if so it's hard to check. It's hard to check. I don't know what the fuck happened right there.
I actually wanted you to rewind, Ben. I feel like this situation where they lost, they got frequencyed, right? We were talking about it on the show that one time. I feel like that's extremely uncharacteristic of Toronto to be putting pressure on B at that moment to where Dallas gets those quick kills and then just puts them in the trap, gets another wave, and the round's over.
They went a little rogue.
I think it's very uncharacteristic of them to do that. They're a very disciplined team, and which is why they were like I said, 15-1 or something on control. So putting themselves in the situation to get frequencyed is rare, and I don't know why it happened. I don't know if the comms were bad or whatever, but I think that's what lost them this offense and this control.
I mean, maybe with how the first 2 maps went, they were trying to big dick, like confidence on a whole nother level. They felt like they could have broke it, or just they would probably start running at them, and Dallas took full advantage, and that's what good teams do when you make little mistakes. We talked about it with OpTic. They make little mistakes, and good teams always punish them for it. And that's why I feel like OpTic, they do really good with the bottom half of the league, but then when they get to the top, they struggle because their talent is incredible, but when it comes to the little decision making, it hurts them, and that's what happened to Toronto right here. They ended up pushing, they get some kills, and like you said, Lamar, it's called frequency. You saw it on fucking frequency. They ran across the fucking catwalk, they got on the point, they worked some kills, and it's chalked. It's chalked, especially when you stack. It's like that shit goes up so fast. Toronto's forced to literally sprint at them. They have no choice.
There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than spawning back bricks and just seeing that fucking point fly
at running through a doorway.
Astronomical speed. You're like, go, you can't even make it there. You're like hauling ass. It's horrible.
Oh yeah, that sucks. It definitely sucks. Not a good sight to see, but Dallas, they end up taking the offense, and I think it's easy sailing after that. They win it here on the defense, and we know how defensive heavy control is, so Dallas definitely probably felt good after taking that offense, and they just capitalized on a mistake from Toronto. So Toronto's got to be kicking themselves for that one. But then we go to a Moscow hard point, and again, this is where we were seeing a lot of these breaks coming in from Dallas. I mean, we're gonna see this P2. Was this another P2 that they broke, Ben?
I
think this one gets held.
I think they do end up breaking. I'm trying to remember. I think they do break this one.
They stormed through mid.
Yeah.
They stormed
Which I
through
don't
mid.
get how they got 3 dead and then get broken.
Yeah, I
You
don't
want to know why?
Because
Because when the hill goes white, you spawn literally at the front door. So Porter was there instantly for the help on that trade because they killed the kid out of the hill. The hill went white, he spawned right there.
Yeah, he spawned super close.
If the hill wasn't white, Porter spawns further away. They get that kill and then it's chalked.
You know what's crazy too is that was so fucking quick too. Like it was literally half a millisecond. Like if somebody that hill was white for such a little amount of time, it was crazy how that timing happened. But
yeah, that's the way it works sometimes, which is just hectic.
Listen, man, Dallas, they do good, and they fucking broke. That was such a big break for Dallas. It really was. I think if Toronto would have held that, it would have changed this whole game. But Dallas, they end up breaking through. Toronto bounced back on that P3, holding a full 60, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then we go into a street hill. It's going baback and forth. We have a close game going out through the whole fucking thing, and it wasn't until the end where we saw some.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you pointed this out when we watched this. So Dallas rotates early to this P1.
Crim 6 did some stupid shit.
Crim kind of goes a little bit rogue with this play here. If you watch number 4 on the map, they're doing a good job rotating early, cutting off all the lanes of the map. Crim's going to spawn. He's actually going to spawn out. And he just kind of holds the pinch here. And I would have probably liked to have seen him rotate back Eskies and sort of kind of help take mid instead. He's sort of holding it, and they don't really got the numbers game. They don't got anyone blocking in the back, and ultimately Toronto's going to get that spawn.
The problem
and
with
collapse.
the play is like if Porter spawns there, he needs to tell one of his teammates. They have 2 guys in hill. They have a guy pushed out globe, and he's spawning there. Like he needs to call something out. Somebody needs to back up, and maybe Porter called it out, and maybe they just went fucking demon mode and they were just blacked out. You know, and maybe they just didn't hear him, but somebody needs to back up. You have 2 guys in hills. Somebody needs to back up half wall. I would like to see Porter just kind of rotate back towards Eski and make the safer play. But he goes and tries to cut off spawners buzz. They end up OEing street, and they end up flipping. Toronto flips the spawns. So definitely a little bit of a misplay from Porter. But luckily for Dallas, they were able to turn things around. But what do you guys think about that play?
I think that play, I don't mind him rapping that way, but he shouldn't have sat by the connector preeming the whole time. He should have came into the glass like bench area, and you could pick up the pinch, and then you're also close to the hill to help. But he should rap to pick up the pinch. Whether he wants to rap that way or down Eskies and look to glass, you know, take your pick. It doesn't matter. But just get towards the hill more.
Yeah, 100%.
And then going into the P2 here, so the next 2 hills are absolutely insane.
This play, bro.
This play from Shotzi ends up being huge. He gets kind of like insane timing here as you watch.
Definitely lucky on the timing for sure. That's what I wanted to say when I was talking about earlier is like people were saying this is a 9,000 IQ play. Like, yeah, it was because he got a 2-piece. But in reality, if he hit that and then didn't get the timing that he got and died and then spawned out and his team had the 3v4 hold, he would be getting roasted.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think he went huge. I think he probably called it out and said he was pushing hold. It did get a little scary because Toronto did find some opening kills, but Dallas,
Well, he should have left that scrap. I feel like after you get that 2-piece, fuck that time. Head back, pinch front again, and just shoot these guys in the back.
I mean, it worked out, though, because they held rotation. I mean, at the end of the day, like, he spawned back there with them, and they were set to go.
Yeah, I don't mind the play. After he got the 2-piece, stay there, do your thing, whatever. You buy enough time to spawn in the back, that's all that matters. But that timing was just
Clay made
insane.
a similar play at some point earlier in the season where he just kind of ditched that time and rotated back, and it helped his team out.
Yeah, it's just that play was insane because if one person hits inner right there or he gets double teamed by accident running in and he spawns out, like it's fucking super chalked.
Yeah, and then he's able to pick up some scrap while also helping Dallas get the rotation, and then they just lock down this hill, and it was pretty much easy sailing for Dallas Empire. They send this to a game number 5, which honestly was just a lot of clutch plays. This series was fucking nuts.
It was a wild series for sure.
It was a wild series. I mean, I feel like the maps Toronto won, they won with ease, and then the maps that Dallas won were just absolute gruelers. Like you could tell these guys didn't give up. You know, you gotta respect
Rambo.
it.
Good job, Butters.
Yeah, fucking Rambo Ray. I saw Rambo in a fucking every team, guys, at the venue has their own room. There's like a door on it with every team's name and everything. They have everything set up. And I was just walking through the hallway, and I don't know if it was because it was Dallas home series, but I'm walking through all these rooms. It was funny because I'm looking at the LA Thieves room, and everything's taken out. Like there's no PCs, no monitors or anything. I'm like, oh shit, you know, they don't even have anything there anymore. Then I'm walking up, you see some teams practicing. Then I see the Dallas room. These guys got a foosball table, a ping pong table, a big ass flat screen, snacks, drinks, fucking all kinds of shit. I walked in. Home field advantage. I walked in. I said, "Who the fuck are these guys?" I said, "What the fuck is this?" Rambo looks at me. He's like, "You want to play some ping pong?" And I said, "What the fuck?" And you know Rambo, he's good at everything, all those little things. Golf.
Was he good at ping pong?
Oh, he's the best player there. Nobody wants to play Rambo. He's just gonna smoke everybody.
That's sick, bastard. I put a bowling ball right through his fucking legs.
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh shit!
What? I used to bowl. I used to have my own custom bowling ball. Like barbed wire and shit. It was super dope.
Wait, what? Barbed wire? Is that what's in a bowling ball?
No, it was like a design. It was like a red bowling ball. Like it's some dope barbed wire. I had a little bowling league. I was like 8 years. I was disgusting, dude.
Dude, you were probably fucking shit at bowling.
No, I was actually good, but I was really fat. So it was like a.
That's why you were playing bowling.
What?
But,
yeah, that's why you were bowling, bro, because you couldn't do anything else. What's up, Ben?
You wanted to
That's
talk about
fucked
this play.
What?
This play that Crim makes in this round.
All right, let's see. I'm play it out.
Let me back up a little bit. Crim kind of, so they set up for this.
Oh yeah, this is a good fucking blood by Crim at first. Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah. No, honestly, you want to carry it.
No, you
want to cover
explain it.
this.
You explain it. Go ahead. I'll
Yeah,
talk
I mean,
about it.
Dallas got good control of B, and then normally in the situation, you kind of know there's some bullshit going down the street, and Crim kind of just takes this weird wide chow. I'm not really sure what the thought process was there. Like, Inside already killed someone like backstreet, so I'm not really sure what Crim's thinking, but he ends up kind of making this a little bit too tough for his team.
Jesus Christ, he was in the vortex.
Sometimes
He was black. He was blacked out.
He blacked out. Sometimes, people, they black out. I don't know
He's
what's
got to stay alive, dude, because Reese Vivid's on the flank right here, man. He's coming back from B, from A. Like, if Crim stays alive and they stay in B and they finesse the window, like, Reese can kind of make the play here instead.
Yeah.
Even though they're able to get the bomb down to A, it's just a 2v3 and it's a little bit tough to clutch.
Yeah, I honestly thought, like, right here, you see number 2, you see Shotzi, like, I would like to see him, like, hit, like, a long route or something. Like, go around gold, like, try and come up
He was a sitting duck there. I don't know.
He was a sitting duck. Like, bro, when you're down in numbers and Toronto's just going to be running around.
This is a good play. I was like, holy shit, he could do this.
Yeah, he
like,
could
right there.
Yeah, Reese,
if he got that kill, it would have got
He almost made the play. He almost made the play. But when it gets to that time where you're down in numbers and you're a sitting duck and you're going to get swarmed, like, you might as well try and do something, like
just try getting one at that point.
Yeah, try getting one, like, try and hit, like, a weird Fugazi fucking route and just make it weird. I felt like with the way that was played out, like, they rotated over to the A bomb. They actually did a good job just kind of, like, spreading out Toronto and just creating some space and some gaps on the map for them to make a play. But it is a lot easier when you're watching it on Codcaster to say, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But this ends up going 4-4. I think it went to what? Like, was it like 6-4?
Yeah, 6-4. This is unfortunately another round where I think Reese Vivid in the window gets 2 kills, and I think Crim goes a little bit rogue here. They do end up clutching up. Shotzi gets in a crazy 1v1.
No, this was fucked. This was fucked right here.
Bro, what was this chow out of Porter, bro?
No. First of all, Cammy, he has to be kicking himself for that.
Fucked, dude.
He has to be fucking kicking himself for that. Because you got to think, Insight versus fucking Porter, Insight might be able to win that one, but instead he's left in a 1v2. Porter thinks he's fucking Superman. And he jumps into the fucking window, and he
thought he was Dr. Manhattan. Who the fuck did he think he was?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Reese, what the fuck were you guys saying to him when he did that shit? Because I see you in the chat right now.
When I saw that, my jaw dropped. I was like, what?
Yeah, we said the same shit. We were in the TeamSpeak. Remember what I said? I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
He thought he was Superman, bro.
He thought he was Superman. And I said, thank God he's got Shotzi on his team, because this kid's got the fucking ice. I'll tell you that. Shotzi
no,
was
but
able
if
to
you're
clutch it
Shotzi,
up.
you're shitting your fucking pants right there. Okay, yeah, it's a nice, cool 2v1. You see somehow Crim dies, you're like, oh, fuck, here we go again.
Yeah, and lose full. Wait, Ben, we don't want to watch the last round.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Just give us a
my bad. You skipped all the way through. I felt bad for the Toronto guys, too, after this series. Bro, those guys are passionate as fuck. You can see it in their fucking eyes. I felt bad for these guys. But Dallas, they don't hesitate. They go fucking balls to the wall. They bang out this A site. No fucks given. They get some trades. They get a couple kills. Illy went a little fucking rogue. But I think once Vivid got this kill mid-map of Cammy trying to push, this was all over. 3v1, Dallas, they made a game plan. They had a game plan, and they executed it perfectly, Ben.
Yeah, just to talk about Toronto a little bit, like, silver lining, you lost the 2 best teams of this event. And you'd rather have the struggle now than the run into champs. I think definitely they're going to want to clean up their control, but they're still in a prime spot to get top 2. The top 2 race, by the way, and we'll talk about at the end of the show, is actually, like, completely insane right now. To get top 2 seed going into champs, so... at the end of the day, Toronto would have loved to be in the grand final, but at least you got a lot of tape to go back now and watch.
We can't watch
and figure out how to get better.
Man, skip this. I'm about to start crying.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad.
Well, I'll skip it, bro. I got you.
It's sad,
my
man.
boy, dude.
They dropped you. They don't give a fuck about you, Zin.
Oh, shit.
My bad. That was kind of fucked, dude. That was kind of fucked up, bro. Was that fucked up?
That was a low blow, but it's all good.
We got some
that was a low blow.
player intros.
Anything for the Woomas,
Nah, that's probably a Luma. They like to spam Lumas too, But sometimes, look at MC standing on the fucking stage, phasing up. These are funny. Did you guys like this?
Yo, MC's the goat, dude.
Tom, you know what's gonna happen,
He's
bro?
the fucking goat.
Listen, after the Atlanta home series last year, MC used to come in this TeamSpeak with a soundboard he made of like Courage's introductions from the last
I know,
event.
he's fucking crazy.
He's gonna do it again with this, man.
Yeah, he probably will.
Like in a week, bro, he's gonna have that sound clip and some bunch of other bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Yo,
What?
they gotta get me to land. I'd walk out and do dumb shit like I'm fucking Triple H. I just start spitting water in the air, cartwheels. I'm doing the fucking Shane McMahon money dance to my monitor.
Yeah, you would have been comedy, honestly, Zin, walking out. You would have had something funny for sure.
No,
you walk out and spit water in the air, you better drop a 2.0.
What? I'd get kicked out for COVID protocol.
The stage is all wet and shit. Like,
yeah, like my team. I look over, I see my teammate doing that. I'm like, you better fry, baby. maybe for
I just got shit on.
Bro, I thought people are definitely a little awkward walking up there. Like I feel like
definitely it's awkward.
you know what I'm
definitely.
saying. But I think maybe
some more
because
swagger on
there's
the
no
stage.
yeah we definitely need some more swagger on the stage.
I think if you had
swagger.
a crowd, you can kind of lean into it. I really like the walkouts I did last year, so I'm sure if we get fans this year, it'll be.
Reese is like,
That'd be good.
It's like, fuck this, get me out of here,
He's
dude.
like,
Get me-
just give me the
Yeah,
fuck
I'm
off.
glad
This is
right
the
now.
first grand
Kept his
final.
hands
Give him a
crossed,
break,
bro.
man.
I'm glad Reese
Yeah.
kept his hands crossed. When they're not crossed, we've seen him. You know, he doesn't know what to do with them. So
Yeah. Well,
keep
I-
them crossed,
bro,
Reese.
Let Reese soak it in, bro. It's
Hey,
his
bro,
first grand final.
people do be doing that though. I think Shotzi does it right here. Look, he doesn't do anything. He just stands there, and I'm like, yo, cross your arms or something, you know? Like, look, he just stands there.
He walks up with a
it's too
cable
awkward
too. He
for
almost
me,
tripped.
He
I'd have to
just-
do something. Cat Daddy or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Zin.
I'll do it right now.
Zin's just talking mad shit right now for sure.
And then honestly, the best one was Crib Six. I was fucking crying when the Crib
Dude,
came out.
he looks
think
like a
they're funny.
fucking refrigerator.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Look at him. He's he's fucking
I
comedy,
thought
bro.
that shit was hilarious, bro. I thought that shit was
Bro,
so
the
funny.
Faze guys are laughing at him
Yes,
too. You can see the
Alex,
Faze guys are
Alex
laughing
definitely
at him.
said something, man.
There's
Yeah,
something
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
with him, dude.
I think it's hilarious, bro.
This fat bastard. Hey, listen, bro. Porter's comedy, bro. I pulled up to the venue yesterday too, and Porter pulled up in his Porsche, and he goes, "Bro, you have no fucking idea what I just did." I said, "What?" He's like, "I just overtook Shotzi on the highway." And I said, "Bro, good for you, man. Like, he's in a fucking Jeep, and you're in a fucking Porsche." He's like, "Yeah, but you should have seen it. He left 3 minutes before me, and I caught him. I caught up to him." And he was smoking a cigarette too when he was down
He's
there.
Max Verstappen, dude.
And I said, Porter, you gotta
Relax,
be fucking.
Luis.
I said, relax, Porter, calm down, lock your fucking car, go inside. And then I pretended to take a leak on his hood for a video, but that's a whole nother point. But then we go into the grand finals, man. It's a best of 9. A lot of people have not been a fan of the format. A lot of people want to see 2 best of 5s again. I personally like 2 best of 5s, but what are you gonna do? I think the main thing is just the team coming out of winners doesn't really have much of an advantage. I think that's like the main argument.
I think it's a disadvantage
It's a
personally.
disadvantage.
Yeah, because they're cold. You're saying like they
They're
come
I
in
mean,
cold.
they're cold. You're
No
playing against a
lead.
super confident Dallas, who are just off 2 super big matches, playing all day. Faze is in the back playing 2v2 hard points. Like, it's just a completely different atmosphere to get used to that quick.
Yeah.
I don't know what the scheduling's like. Like, you know, I don't know anything about that, but they need to change like the way it was at old events where you played winners finals like Sunday morning, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Like that first match Sunday was always winners finals, and then you watch like a match or 2, and then you played grand finals. They need to make it like
Yeah.
that again, because I think coming in cold and no advantage is super whack.
Yeah, no, it's tough, and honestly, it's tough to talk about because people just say excuses or blah 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 or this and that. Because we were saying it during the watch party, like during the first map when FaZe was losing, and you know, obviously people have a lot of fugazi to say, but I honestly think it could be a little bit of a disadvantage. But the format's just a little fugazi. I think it's a little fugazi. I think they can definitely fix it and make it better. But Dallas, they go up to a big lead off the start. And FaZe do a good job bringing this one back. This one got really, really mixy, as the kids like to say these days. It went all the way down to the wire. Huge shout out to Crimsix. This guy looked like he was 18 again in some of the plays during this game. He was popping pieces, bro.
I want to tip my hat to Porter for sure, because to be honest, like there's a couple other maps in this series where he was making championship plays. Period. Like he's a veteran. He was setting his team up for success. They couldn't close out sometimes, but people been throwing dirt on his name. Like, put some respect on the GOAT's name, bro.
Yeah.
He was frying
He was
for
frying.
sure.
He was frying. He was doing his thing, and
Nick.
obviously, obviously there was like, yo, that was smooth as fuck too. And Elite got a kill, and he like went down that ladder like that. That shit was clean. But yeah, obviously Crimsix, he was doing his thing, and there was obviously some beef between him and Formal and those guys. Honestly, we haven't even talked about that tweet yet, but
We will. We will.
We'll talk about it after this series. But that was very interesting. We'll talk about the Crim Formal beef and all that shit.
I'm
But,
very upset with Formal. I'll say that now.
all right, we'll talk about it at the end. I already know what you're gonna say.
Very upset with Formal.
Yeah, FaZe end up trying to bring this one back, but Dallas do a good job just closing this one out. It got really mixy. What the fuck is that noise? Is that Ben?
Yeah, there's a car going by. Sorry, super loud.
What are you? What are you on the street?
I know people were like street racing around my neighborhood for some reason, man. Like, I don't know what you want me to do.
I know your neighborhood. There is no room to street race around there.
Bro, there are, but I'm telling you, dude, it's people just keep speeding down High Street and the street by me.
Well, that's interesting.
They're probably in a 2007 Honda Accord.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you've seen the people around here, but
Yeah, they got fucking mods and shit under the
Nah,
hood.
I live by a bunch of bars, and people be wilding at night around here.
Well, that's not good. If people are out drinking and driving, well, that's never. They're drinking and street racing. Well, that's nice. Those guys got to do something about that. But Dallas ended up clutching up. They clutch up the first map. It definitely got a little scary. I think Dallas really needed that. But then we go to a standoff S&D, which honestly,
Bro,
this
they should have won.
Yeah,
they should have won this map. Porter was going crazy.
Yeah, Porter was doing his fucking thing, and it's bullshit because this guy's had way more reps on these Black Ops 2 maps than any of these guys.
It's kind of cheating.
He's cheating, bro. He was hitting wallbang spots and shit. This guy knows everything. But they definitely should have won. I think the main thing for me was Dallas just really slowed it down, and I feel like it might have hurt them a little bit. I feel like Faze was just putting the pressure on him and just kind of outplaying him, getting that map control a little bit. I honestly, didn't Faze struggle on standoff a little bit, Ben? Wasn't it not their best map? That's why I was a little worried.
They got 6-0'd by Toronto.
Yeah, they
haven't
played a while when they played this map in the past. I know from talking to some of the Faze guys, they understand that between Miami and standoff, they got to get good at one of them. And at least to close out this stage, they had a good showing on this map. I think with Faze locking in the first seed, you're going to see a lot of standoff from Miami in their series. Probably next stages, they're going to try and get more reps on it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I hate that B-bomb plant, bro. When people are trying to get it down and he's watching his yellow door, I feel like that shit never works.
So yeah, someone's just sliding across, 3-shotting you and dipping.
I feel like the best thing you got to do is like use your tax when he's planning and just make sure the guy doesn't peek when you're getting the bomb down, and then just try and get the fuck up out of there. But I mean, people try to look over, but by the time the kid gets cameraed and shoots the guy off the bomb, it's chalked, bro. You get the bomb down, everybody knows where it's at. But we go into the fifth round. Faze, they end up winning a few rounds. Simp was absolutely beaming. This kid's on another fucking level.
He shoots that fucking SMG straighter than I shoot my Krig. It's fucked up.
Yeah,
it is fucked
nasty,
up.
Bro.
He's got to have some mod, dude. Like, it's not real.
I was sitting behind him.
This is an insane round, by the way.
This was an insane round. I thought Dallas was gonna clutch this up. Wait, do they clutch this up?
Yeah, they clutched this round.
Yeah, they do clutch this up. Fucking, they did it. Shotzzy does a good job just stalling, and Crimsix had a really big win on the other side.
He's literally Batman.
He is. He's so hard. This was such a nice clutch from him. Like, it was just such good positioning. Like, look at that shit, bro. Like,
you know how mad I'd be if I was on Faze right now? Like, after that play? Fucking prick.
Yeah, bro. Shotzzy's he's a different beast, bro. He just does shit that you don't see any other players do. He thinks about the game a different. Hey, Zinni, you came on here and basically sucked him off.
I'm sorry.
You said, I'm gonna get a foam finger with his fucking face on it.
I'm very big fan of Shotzzy.
What Faze did at the tail end of this map, which was they were playing pretty slow off the break, and then toward the back end, their offensive strats were bully strats, and they've excelled at that this year when they can kind of use their teamwork and just play with pace. It gives teams a lot of problems, and I think it ended up gifting Faze a lot of little offenses here to go ahead and close out the map.
Yep, 100%. I think they were just able to pull away. These post plants are really hard to fucking stop, dude. Like, once the bomb is down and people here, Dallas did a good job just pinning RCDs out. But it is really easy to, once you get that bomb down, to work the map and just work some gaps and just kind of play your life, because you can see the bomb from all the way back in your spawn. But Dallas, they end up bringing this one back. They're up 4-3. The map got a little mixy. I'm not really sure where it all fell apart for them.
No, it was starting right here. It's a really good 2v2 clutch from the Faze guys. They kind of isolate Crim, and then they solo out Shotzzy sitting there in Delhi, which is kind of, I kind of skipped some of this round, but just the usual mix we've seen a lot in standoff. One team takes control of grandmas. The offensive team's not really sure what to do in that situation. They're finessing around. They're going back and forth. It ends up being just sort of a mix and middle, and Faze wins it. And then I think they take the next round from here.
Well, yeah, then they go back on a defensive side, so it's just a big offense out of them. I like how
this is the crazy timing.
Oh yeah, let me see the timing. I didn't see how he crossed. Did they just give it up and he crossed, or did someone like actually turn around?
I think he just hit it before they got there. Like, he was already through.
Oh
yeah,
this
was like the tournament right here, bro. If they went up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows? He was able to get through.
He made a go play. I mean, honestly, I like the way BZ, he really started picking up the pace in S&D. He started like really starting to hit shit out, especially in the game 9. We'll see it in raid. He started going fucking rogue. He picks up a big 2-piece. I think Illy had a pistol or some shit, so BZ was able to shit on him. But a big round of BZ is able to make a play. They go up 5-4. They bring this one back, and they're able to close this round out. Do they close it here on the offense? Does this go round 11, or do they close it here?
This didn't go round 11. I actually didn't remember them
over right here, right?
winning it this 3v4. Yeah, I think they just gun both the guys in A, if I remember correctly, how this plays out.
Yeah. They go rogue here.
Yeah, Porter got the bloods to close the game out back-to-back rounds to go up 5-4, and then the next round he got a blood again, and I think they lose.
Yeah, they gotta be losing fucking the full. That was probably definitely kicking themselves after this one.
Yeah, he set them up to win for sure to go up 2-0.
I have an update on Krim, by the way.
On Krim?
Yeah.
What's the update?
I asked him to unblock me because he has me blocked on Twitter. He said, and I quote, "Suck my 1.35-inch chode."
Okay, well, there's that. Doesn't look like. Why is he having you blocked anyway? Because you were talking shit. You do be doing that.
No, I forget what I made a joke. I forget.
You probably made a very harmful joke, and he
No. It was a joke. Cause no. Didn't he do like a bet with you where it was like 25 gifted if I tweet about it?
Yeah, but I think he blocked you because of something you said. I don't remember what it was, but you said something.
Oh no, I said you're not that guy, pal. It was when he fucking he put out that fucking pussy tweet about how he took the high road and he's not gonna kick people with it. Go fuck yourself.
Well,
and he blocked me.
I think that tweet was a fucking troll.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if he was serious about that tweet. And after you see the tweet that he tweeted today to Formal, which we'll talk about.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about Formal. I got a bone to pick with him.
Yeah, we'll talk about it at the end of this map. But Ben, speed it up. Let's talk about some of these other maps. This fucking best of 9 is a lot of fucking maps, bro.
Yeah.
This shit went all the way down to the wire, but the series is tied up at 1. Faze was able to bring the S&D back, and that was huge, man. If Dallas would have went up 2-0, like Lamar said, I feel like the series could have gone a lot differently. So I think Faze, they were able to bounce back, and they used that momentum into the next map. If I remember, does Faze go up 2-1, Ben, and then Dallas goes up 3-2?
Well, no, Faze, I think they win this 3-1, and then the last.
Then they lose the next two maps.
3-0. It's 3-0. We'll watch the end of this round, and then the insane 1v1 that happens in the third round.
Crazy. This kid's all over the place.
Yeah, he's world.
Bro, he mapped Crim6 with a sub twice in a row, like off spawn, and I knew Porter was losing full. He had to be sitting there like, what the fuck?
One of them is right here.
This is just his domain, bro. He just always head glitches.
I can't even hit those shots with a Craig.
Just perma head glitch on the map everywhere running around.
You can't hit that with a Craig? Come on, you're exaggerating.
I don't know. I am. I'm definitely gassing it. But this
Doesn't
dude...
he have like a 2.0 KD on this map or something in hardpoint and control or something
Does
insane?
He?
It's something insane. I saw a stat from Breaking Point somewhere where it's like the highest KDs per map in mode. He has like a 2.0 or some shit on this.
Listen, disclaimer, I'm about to give neck. I fucking hate when people tell me that he's not the best player in the game. Like, I hate hearing a name other than his.
He definitely is.
That kid is disgusting.
Guys, I see you guys, a lot of you guys in the chat talking about the CDO Intel tweet. We'll talk about it. About people saying, Overwatch is having fans in the venue and stuff. I actually knew that already, because I know some people behind the scenes who work Overwatch and work behind the scenes.
On flex.
Zinni, what the fuck is your problem?
I'm sorry.
You're a fucking asshole. You're a piece of shit.
That's a Linny.
You're a piece of shit.
No, that's a Winnie,
bro.
dude. I gotta call him out.
No, that's fine. I wasn't really flexing. I just know people.
This gets kind of mixy, actually. Faze actually kind of toss us a little bit. It's a 5v3, ends up in a 1v1.
By people, I mean my girlfriend, because she's friends with people who know Overwatch, and apparently they have fans going into the event. So we'll talk about this.
It's a Dallas Fuel like kind of homestand, so I think they're running the event, so they're selling attendance.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about the end, but this is a 5v3. Sim kind of goes absolute rogue in their base, and it ends up being a 2v2. Comes down to this a BZ 1v1 actually. We'll see Sim, Chow, Illy.
Simple and fucking nut right there, by the way. He went a little crazy, but Abizi was able to get the trade and close it out. And honestly, they stormed through that map. That was a fucking clinic.
That was a smoke show. Simp was just going crazy.
Yeah.
He has been dominating that little mid-tank area for 9 months.
Yeah, bro, that's literally his domain, like you said, bro. It's literally just his spot. I was watching these guys yesterday in their room, just like, I was standing behind them, just going from one POV to the other, and like, bro, you could tell just when you're standing behind them that all 4 of their POVs, those kids are just on another level, dude. Those guys, like, I'm telling you, Faze are on a tier of their own right now. Ben, it sounds like there's a ghost in your fucking apartment.
I'm telling you, people are street racing around my
Okay,
area. I don't know what to tell you.
But they definitely have the most talent, I think, of anybody in the league, just by watching them play and looking at their POVs. They have 4 guys
there's an argument for that.
Yeah, like they have 4 guys who can go around and do stuff like that and just go on crazy streaks and never die and fucking do stupid shit like that, and it works. But Ben, what were you gonna say?
I'll say if we watch this map, just another set of really good P2 breaks from Dallas. They just go up middle. They kind of isolate the 2v1. They get the trades from there. I think teams, I noticed kind of at the end, Faze kind of adjusted. It seemed like teams are not always getting someone back police and kind of not really like watching straight contact of anyone going up towards half wall. And I feel like that's like why Dallas is getting away with a lot of these plays. But I really liked what Dallas did on a lot of the P3s as well. This map got pretty mixy. And yeah, I think actually Dallas ended up winning this map 250 to 216.
Yeah, no, this is a really good map. I see somebody in the chat saying they won by 2 rounds against a 1-month-old roster. And yes, how are they in a tier of their own? Bro, this Faze team has been in the finals for fucking 2 years straight. Have they not?
What was the tweet? 11 out of the 13 Call of Duty League tournaments?
Yeah, like what? Like I don't give a
That's
fuck.
fucked
What more do you want, bro?
I don't give a fuck how close the series is. These guys are
What more do
literally
you want?
in every single final. Like I don't know how they continue to do it. Like they're just simply in a tier of their own. Like they can get to a grand final just strictly off talent alone. It's
You
crazy.
literally can't ask for anything more than being in a position to take chips home at every tournament. Like whatever happens at the end of the day happens, but being in the position consistently, that's greatness.
Especially in this era of COD where like everybody is fucking gross. It's like, I don't know. Their consistency is just unmatched.
Yeah, these guys are fucking getting 50 racks a tournament. They don't even know what to do with all this shit, bro.
I'll take some of it.
Well, go ask them. Maybe they'll give you a little bit. But Dallas, they end up clutching up. Hey, bro, their fucking breaks again insane.
Another P2 break.
Yeah,
bro.
another P2 break coming in, and they were able to close this one out. And not only did they break that P2, they were able to get spawns for P3. I guess Faze, they had a push because they could lose off that, and then they ended up working a flip, and Dallas were able to win the map tied up at 2. Then Dallas ended up taking a lead in the series. They ended up going up 3-2, Ben.
Yeah, this was a surprising one for me. FaZe hadn't lost Moscow S&D at all this year, and Dallas just really good finesse. I think Shotzi went absolutely rogue in this map, was just doing insane plays. And Dallas grabbed the momentum in this series. They were able to go up 3-2.
Yeah.
They were blind countering the fuck out of them, bro. I've never seen a team triple stack B on a defense on Moscow. Like they were triple mid, triple stack B, triple stack mid, triple stack A. Like they just were blind countering the shit out of them, and that's honestly what you have to do when you're playing a team that's like undefeated. Isn't FaZe like undefeated?
I don't know. There's definitely an aspect of luck to that because like
No, 100%
blind counters
there is. That's
are
what you have to do.
incredible or they're horrible. Like
Yeah.
we'll get to the raid search, but there was one blind counter that was one of the worst plays I've seen in my life. But we'll discuss.
FaZe is undefeated on this map, aren't they? So if you know they're the better team, you go for blind counters and try to get an upset win, which is what they did.
Well, the one thing I'll say with Dallas is that they are super quick. Like they blind stack, but like they'll also get across the map quick and they'll do it together, no hesitation.
Yeah, no, Dallas
fuck
are...
myself.
No, you're good, bro. I'm just getting messages. Clay just messaged me. I thought he wanted to come on the show. But he was just asking me if I wanted to go out tonight. I guess because it's Sunday, maybe the pros are like...
Oh, yeah.
The pros are probably going to do something. I don't really know what's going on. I thought he was like, yo, are you doing the flank? I thought he wanted to come on. But no, he's not coming on. He's just going out and getting twisted.
You're used to the bus spot here from Shotzi gets a little bit of help from the stun. And
Look
yeah,
at
I
this.
mean,
Tyler runs in because he's like, yeah, there's no way there's someone in here. They're blind countering.
They're
B,
already
like,
there. Like, they're already
Yeah.
fucking there, just chilling. It was a good play. I mean, a lot of it's blind counter. I know, Zinni, you said a lot of it might be luck, but at the same time, if you're watching like a team's film and they're consistently doing things,
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
it's,
don't
it's
get me wrong.
educated, you know, it's
yeah,
educated.
of course, yeah. It's not like they're random. You know, let's just fucking do this. Like they're obviously. I'm just saying there's at least a bit of luck involved where it's like your blind stack can go super well or it can just
Bite you
you're
in the
not even
ass.
close to what happens.
Yeah, it could bite you in the ass, because then you could try and blind counter and then FaZe because it's the complete opposite, and then next thing you know, you're fucked. But then,
I mean, that's the best game plan if you're trying to upset a team in S&D.
Yeah, but
for
blind
sure.
stack in B, I've never seen it. Usually it's like a blind, like you triple A, you have one guy play info B, then you'll wrap quick. Like triple B, you got to tip it.
Yep, and then we go into a raid control, and again, this round was crazy. The first round, I think FaZe could have took the offense. They're about to get B, and
That
Illy
two-piece
is
was
able to,
huge.
huge. I mean, Illy was able to two-piece him on the B site, and I don't know how he did it, but he did it. He kills Simp and Arcides. They end up, they don't get any points, and then it just goes to time.
Yeah, here's Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Shotzi on top of the fucking on top of the ring, he ends up making a play. So you have Illy making an individual play on one side, you have Shotzi making an individual play on the other side, and then next thing you know, they win the defense. But it would have been a big offensive win, I think, for FaZe if they came out and won the offense just like that. But then Dallas, they end up losing their offense. It's tied up at 1, and then I think it was this round, right, where FaZe took an offense. They were able to get B really, really early. They were able to close out B and go up 2-1 here. Do they go up 2-1 or does Dallas clutch up? No, they go up 2-1 here.
They go up 2-1. Dallas wins the 4th round, and then we'll talk about the
round
last
was 20
round.
seconds.
Wild.
Yeah.
Last round was wild.
That shit
I'm not
lasted 20
sure.
seconds.
I'm not sure what Dallas' record is on this map, but I feel like it's not that great. And I truly think it's because on defense, they don't know how to camp. If they camped better on this map, instead of going rogue, which obviously going rogue is something that helps them a lot on their offenses, and that's just kind of their play style.
Yeah.
But if they learn how to camp properly, like, they would win this map way more than they do. That's why they lost 2 defenses this game, I think, right?
Yeah, it's like making the game. They're just making the game harder on themselves.
They're making it
just going
mixy and
rogue.
hectic. Just camp in a setup. It's not. Sometimes it's better to camp in a setup than go out, get one, and then play a trade fest.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree with that. They were able to close this one out though. It was off the streaks of Shotzi. Honestly, Shotzi was going absolutely off. He was doing his fucking thing. He was 32 and 16. He was able to work some streaks. And listen, Faze, they lose the round, but they do burn the streaks off of Shotzi, which is huge, especially on raid. I think it was, you know, it was a loss, but it was an L, but a W at the same time for Faze. So they use the streaks. Dallas forces all of Faze inside. It allows them to push up on that point, work a stack, and, you know, we go into an overtime bend, and this was 20 seconds, so I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, we've seen Faze kind of a similar execute to this in S&D. I mean, she's just like no-show B type play. And Dallas gets bit by it. You see number 7, Simp in circle. He's going to go ahead and start the part of this fake. He'll actually end up getting a couple of kills here. And it just kind of crumbles from Dallas. They just kind of get in the absolute blender, and they're not really ever really in a strong footing. And this round ends very quickly.
Yeah, it ends super fast. It was just a chain effect. I mean, Faze always do a good job. It's all breakoffs, man. We talked about this. You have a good breakoff, you're able to get a point right away. It's wraps. That's why these breakoffs are so important. Faze, they're able to close in on that B side right off the rip, get some kills, stack the point, and they cap it in about 10 seconds into the round. And then after that, they hit the frequency. You know, they get the kills, they run across, and it's over. You know, it's like I blinked and it was done.
I'm not a fan of that Dallas breakoff, to be honest. I feel like they just set themselves up for failure with that breakoff.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely shit because it fucking costed them. Reese, what the fuck were you guys thinking with that breakoff? Because I see you in the chat. I would
3
have
people were camping laundry off rip, and the one guy sitting mid. Like, you guys need to get info or control of a site right away, because they're on offense. Every team on offense usually commits to a side right away.
I mean, don't even get me started on how they lost the last map in S&D with their setup, dude. They played, bro, Vivid, I'm about to cook y'all, man. I'm about to cook y'all, bro. I might have to, but whatever. Faze, they end up tying the series up at 3, and then we go into an express S&D, and Dallas are able to take this one, Ben. And this is where things got scary for Faze.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas has been pretty strong on this map, as you talk about. Crim's really good at the BO2 Classics, and just really like Dallas's ability to get first bloods on this map. Faze were just like never, ever, ever, ever comfortable. And I felt like this was set up pretty nicely for Dallas with the way these last 3 maps played out, but it was just a heavyweight battle of them trading blows going to that last map.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think Dallas, they just did a good job using their numbers. You know, they didn't hesitate at all. They had good retakes on a couple plants, and they took care of business.
If you could do me a favor, if you can pull up Crim's tweet. So you and I talked about this when we were doing sort of the live watch together. So Cellium's been on this weird gimmick as of late, as he is a man of many gimmicks. And one of his gimmicks is he basically like just said some really sus stuff to their team before they
Aiden
play.
Ross Jr.
Yeah, basically an Aiden Ross type gimmick. He's done it all weekend, and I guess he posed a question to Crim, and Crim had some thoughts about said question.
I told you guys during the watch party that MC is definitely saying sus shit in game chat right now. It's his gimmick. It's his gimmick. He'll ask weird shit in game chat because you could talk to the other team on stage, guys, with your in-game mics. You just fucking use your keyboard. It's toggle, and you can just talk to them. And MC was out here fucking saying some such. He said, he asked Porter if he wanted to do porn with him. And obviously it threw him off a little bit. Guys, I see you guys talking about the Scump tweet. We'll talk about it after the end of the series. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to break down all the tweets that you guys are seeing. But yeah, Crim, he definitely got mind fucked by MC there. And MC had an interview today. He was an MVP of the stage, and it was nice to see him on stage because, you know, MC is very shy when it comes to the interview stuff, and I think he did a great job. So shout out to MC for the interview. Shout out to him for the MVP, and congratulations to the Faze guys. But let's finish up the rest of the series. Dallas was clinical in this Express S&D, Ben. They played this perfectly. And I honestly think this is one of Faze's worst S&D maps. I know they've gotten better at it. I just feel like they're uncomfortable on it. I feel like they don't get the results they always want to on this map.
They were on a little bit of a spree there for a minute. They had that great result against OpTic where they played well on this map. But yeah, I think if there's one kind of thing that OpTic need to improve is just continuing to just get more reps in the S&D map pool. Between this map, between Miami, between standoff, they need to get good at 2 of the 3, and it's going to be really hard. But yeah, a really good response from Dallas. And then on the Faze side, going into Apocalypse Hardpoint, which on the Faze, and they were playing this map a lot when it first came out. And they were having mixed results. They put it away for a second. Now they're back to it. This is probably the cleanest Apocalypse that they have played all year. And they needed it because they had to win this map. Otherwise, they were going home.
This was huge. This was like... I can't even talk.
Are you okay?
It was so listen, I was trying to formulate my thoughts. Listen.
My man just blacked out mid-sentence. My guy just blacked out mid-sentence, bro.
Take
Jesus
a
Christ.
deep breath.
No, it was so dominant that, like, it was sort of just like this nail. Like, it wasn't like a 250 to 248. Empire's like, oh, fuck, who cares? We're good. Last map. It was like, holy fuck, we just got dogged.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah, they got dogged. They got dogged. Definitely Faze came out with the fucking fire, and their listening was fucking incredible, Ben. So when we do get to the listen, I definitely want to tune in.
It's on my list.
Just because, Cellium was getting hyped, and these Faze guys, they're down a map. They're on the brink of elimination, and, the energy they were bringing into the listening was incredible to see. They did not give up. They definitely stuck with it, and they definitely brought this one back. And they went up early in Apocalypse. They were definitely frying. They definitely have full control. But let's go on board with the listening right here, and we'll tune in and see how these guys sound.
Look at Krim, Chelsea. One in the back. One in the back. I got front.
I bench. Yo, take that. Take one shot. Absolutely take one shot. Slow down, Coop.
Come.
Coop again.
Bench.
Push out. Keep these spawns.
Should have. Push out front.
I'm gonna new. Stay back. I'm pitching
They have Travis and Coop.
What is Cell saying?
They're all rotating.
You don't understand? I actually know exactly what he's saying.
I'm pitching. Two more there. Last two.
These comms are wild.
Keep blocking. Let's go. These guys are fucking ass. Get your full. Get your full.
One front. Reese in front of me.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Chelsea in front of me. There's two.
They're all going front. I've left.
Two.
You got time? I'm giving you up.
My time. They coming. Nice, good trade. One more.
Two more in time.
Last two. I'm just close to streaks. I spawned there.
I'm blocking by the street.
Watch here. I'm helping Chris. Yeah, I have help Chris.
Dig on me.
He can't out. No, you're Coop on me. He's pushing fast. Yeah, block. I'm playing top end, alright?
Yep, 9 streaks. Yeah.
Hit around again.
Coop.
So a good listening from the Faze guys. You can tell they're
That
really
is a
hyped
godlike
up.
listening.
They talk really fast. Obviously, they talk really fast. I think it's one of those things like you get used to it. Like for me, when I teamed with him, it was hard to understand him at first, but then as you played with him, you just eventually just understood everything he was saying. And honestly, him talking fast like that gets you hyped up.
Yep.
Just gets you hyped up, makes you feel good. He obviously got some streaks. They're up by 100 points right now, and it was pretty much easy sailing. Faze absolutely just fucking smoked them. It was over. Finished. Finito, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good response, and it set up we hadn't seen a map 9 yet in these best of 9 series, and we got there. And the table was set kind of interestingly, right? Faze has been a dominant rate S&D team most of the year.
Yep.
They've really had some crazy battles with Toronto on the map. But they did not play great S&D in this series, so legitimately no idea who was going to win this map. And I just felt like Faze ultimately kind of got a lot of really early momentum on this map. And then we'll talk about what happens last round. I think Dallas will go back and want to rethink sort of the play call that happened there in that last round 10.
Yeah, Beezy, he went fucking nuts in that Apocalypse Hardpoint. He went fucking rogue, and he picked up right where he left off. I mean, he was just being super aggressive in this S&D. He was not scared to make plays at all. I mean, it was a best of 9. They went last map, went all the way down to the distance, and it's always good to see players not letting off the gas pedal. And it was me, honestly, I felt like Faze, they went up quick, and they built themselves a little bit of a lead, but I didn't like the way Dallas finished out this game. I really don't, Ben.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think do you want me to just, do we want to watch individual rounds, or do you want me to just kind of...
You can skip through it. Yeah, skip through it. But bro, we've been talking about so many fucking maps.
It's a pretty couple mixy retakes. But I think really the biggest talking point on this map is just what happens in the last round. Faze actually were up 2-5.
Dallas brings it back.
A couple of close situations here. Really good TVT read from Illy to kind of force this round 10. And then I think ultimately, from my POV, as Alec almost kind of clutches us, I think
it got scary here.
The thought process from their side, because of like how they set this up initially, is I think they're waiting for a massive A push, and Faze almost sets up for like a B fake, where they're faking an A and then they're going to go plant B. It's sort of weird that they rotate the bomb. I'm not really sure, though, what Reese Vivid sort of, and I know Reese is in the chat. I'd just love to know contextually, like, what they were what they were trying to play off here, because they don't really have
they didn't have
any
middle.
information
They
with the
didn't
setup.
have, they didn't have
They don't have
middle.
anything.
They didn't have anything.
Yeah,
they didn't have anything.
And it's like, it's so weird to me that you're bringing it back. You have all the momentum. You're getting that confidence back. Why let up? Like, get that match. So, like, hit fucking mid. Like, hit ring. Like, fucking, you know, do something.
I mean, if you want to give up mid or not hit ring, bro, you have to watch the cross to the B bomb. Like, please, someone breaking point, someone that be listening to this. When a team plans B, it's fucking chalked. It's over.
Chalked.
Please, any pro teams listening, stop letting people plan B.
It's done.
When they plan A, you're not winning.
You
it's
have
over.
to go fucking rogue to try and break it.
You have to turn on people to win.
Reese said that they saw with engineer there was a trophy A, so Simp obviously threw that and then dipped, and that had them a little bit shook. But I kind of also feel like you guys maybe should have like tried to get some info somewhere, because Faze basically, you really can't let a team
How is there a
plan
trophy
B
A?
and then just get set up.
Did he
Because
throw
Simp
one over?
ran down driveway and chucked it.
Did he? Okay, well, that's a good
Yeah,
play.
I guess that was the play call out of him.
He's a fucking brain box, dude.
Yeah, it's a good play. I mean, him running down that driveway and throwing a trophy, I mean, it definitely probably threw Dallas off a little bit. So good play out of him, and then they end up just in the B bomb site. There's nobody there. I mean, they sit back on A. They have a 3 stack. They completely give up B, and next thing you know, the bomb's down. And
I thought it
it's
could have been
chalked.
him the S, because like they were taking so long, because obviously like they don't have much info on if there's anybody B or not. And I was thinking Empire would start rapping, but no, it was I mean, as Lamar said, you can't give up B like that.
No,
You're
you
pro.
just can't.
I've been watching it all weekend. I've been watching it this whole time, like all season long. Like, please stop letting people plan B. You're not gonna win the retake.
Other team has to fuck up mansion side. The only way you win is if someone makes a meathead play on Faze right now.
There's two bomb sites that they're just not allowed to play retake on. A bomb Miami, and B bomb at raid.
A bomb Miami needs to be
It's
fucking
over.
nuked.
It's literally over if they plan at either of those sites. That's how you win. It's over.
Yep. And then Faze, they're able to win the round, and that just wraps up the tournament. They're the champions this weekend. Another major win for them. Obviously, these guys probably the closest thing we've ever had to a dynasty, to be honest.
Yeah, no, they're disgusting. They deserve
good.
all the credit, bro. Like,
They're
Wait,
good.
well, hold on. They're a dynasty.
Yeah, they're a dynasty. I'm saying like the best dynasty that we've ever seen. They're getting close.
facts.
they got a win chance once or twice.
I know
here,
a
but
lot of
I
people
think
are gonna disagree, but
Yeah.
I personally think with all the competition there is these days and the shit that these guys are doing, and just by watching them play, I mean, these guys are on another fucking level, man.
no, they are. They are.
Go ahead, Lamar.
When you have that GOAT dynasty talk, like, we have to acknowledge that the last year and a half has been the worst online era of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
All the other dynasties that were doing it through the LAN era. Don't get me wrong, they can do it. Now that
It's
there's LANs
getting
back.
close now.
Yeah.
Now it's
now
like
that there's
you
LANs
gotta
back, they're
start
gonna go
talking
do it.
about it, man. You gotta start talking
I
about it.
think sort of from my
Yeah.
POV, Tom, is like I think if they win champs this year, and then when teams reshuffle the rosters next year, if they dominate again, I think they get in that conversation. I think though they're the closest roster that we've had to potentially upset that OpTic wraparound dynasty. I think like we've talked about this a couple times on the show. They're not there yet though. I think let's not get the heart before the course. What's the fucking expression? The cart before the horse.
I don't know
Is
what
that
the fuck
expression?
you're saying.
I don't know.
What are you saying,
Yeah.
dude?
I don't know.
True to
Man,
my
you
words.
always say this stupid fucking shit. I don't know what
Okay,
the fuck you're saying.
Also, guys, I remember the word. It's parody.
Parody.
Yeah, parody's a good word. It is a great word.
Great word, great word. But this is what Damon tweeted. A lot of people could tell me to pull up the Karma tweet. Damon's trying to come back. Karma's
No, he's
coming
not.
back. I know. I'm just fucking around. You couldn't tell.
It is a good Photoshop though.
It is. It's a great Photoshop. Fucking Karma. And a lot of people want us to bring up the Scump tweet because apparently he's been replying to some people. I guess he replied to Clay maybe, or he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, people
So-
need to get off his fucking dick before he fucking retires and everyone starts crying.
Yeah, I mean, that's usually what happens, right? People just fucking run their mouths. But Clay, he ended up coming out. He said, love you, brother. Respect for bringing it up on your platform. You know I'm hella close. Anytime you want to shoot this shit with someone who knows what you're feeling. Scump then came out and said, tired of being a meme and a punching bag for people. I've been trying to disconnect from social media as much as possible, and it still haunts me. Hours and hours of work to get clowned. Sucks the life from me. And then Jack came in and said something. Courage, he said, appreciate you sharing this, Sethi. You've always put competition first, and I respect your work ethic greatly for it. I made huge lengths for my mental health recently. Would love to talk with you about it. Love you, brother. Seth, he said, nobody appreciates the work, only the result. Double-edged sword of competition, I guess. I think Scump is being really hard on himself. I think he's being really hard on himself. And listen, I think it is difficult to work with. Like, bro, we talk about it all the time. And Seth gets it on a whole nother level. Like, the hate and the negativity is just fucking nuts. It's nuts.
Yep.
And
Zen put it well at the beginning of the show. You know, you guys get a lot of shitty tweets, and he gets 10, 20x that. So I totally feel him on the hate on that front, and it makes you not want to look at your phone all day or Twitter all day. It's a really shitty situation.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said all pros get clowned, but I think Scump gets clowned on another level because of who he is. And I think
it is different.
And that comes with the success. At the same time, you know, Seth gets clowned the most, but it's because he's the most successful. The more success you have in your life, the more hate you're gonna get. I mean, that's just how it is.
The day that guy puts down a 6 is the day we're sweeping floors.
Yeah,
that's maybe a little gas.
Hold on. Can we talk about viewership for a second?
For like the third show in a row, go ahead. If you
oh, sorry. As you know, I've been a little disconnected from the flank.
Zinni has not been here.
Yeah.
It's just upsetting to see, like, below 50K for a final. At least when I saw, is just
below
it
50K.
went above 50. Looks in like I think a couple of things are happening. One is like the finals of Sunday are late. It's really like tough for the UK viewers if they're starting at 9 p.m. So that's one thing.
That's true.
Second is traditionally around this time of year, you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown in viewership. Go back and look at publicly available statistics from CWL events. June and July is going to be terrible for Call of Duty viewership. People are playing the Call of Duty game less. They're starting to do other things, and then it peaks up at Champs when there's the apex moment of the season. We did have some good viewership marks this weekend, not as high as we normally do. And we had a pretty robust discussion. If you guys go back to the show we did on Friday, I think we had a really good conversation at the end of that show about viewership. So tune into that. And I think we addressed a lot of points on this topic.
I mean, the viewership, I think a lot of it has to do with just YouTube, to be honest. I feel like I feel like the live viewership on YouTube, like live streaming on YouTube, like it never gets as many viewers. Like I feel like gaming is just Twitch.
It's bigger.
Yeah, it's just bigger on Twitch.
That's the thing too. I'd be curious from a business perspective, like when their league is selling sponsors or org is selling sponsors or whatever it is, like do they value live viewers higher or just overall views? Because overall views, YouTube's probably higher because of VOD and stuff.
So it's actually something totally different. The analytic that a lot of people use is something called average minute audience. It's called AMA. It's a totally different statistic, and it's more about like how many people are tuning in at a given time, and it's less about like what do we peak our stream at, and that's what the advertisers care more about. And Call of Duty's AMA stats are actually really good, so they're not struggling to kind of sell to get sponsors. But I agree with you, like the peaks are nice to talk about. It's cool public points. I'm sure they're going to do some work here to probably drive it. And I think one thing that will help is if we can get fans back at some events and sort of create some more
energy
and excitement. I think that will help a little bit too.
I mean, I think YouTube, like long term, like YouTube's a way bigger platform for gaming than Twitch is. Like YouTube is fucking insane, but it's just like tapping into the live portion of it, right? Like VOD and watching videos will always be insane on YouTube, but it's like the live viewing aspect I think is still growing, and there's obviously some big streamers, right? Where you got Doc, I think Z-Laner, Jack, like you have people growing and doing well.
Isn't that kid on Facebook?
Did I just talk out of my asshole?
He's on a weird platform.
What?
Z-Laner's on Facebook, brother.
Oh, okay, sorry. I mean, whatever. Like, there are some huge people on YouTube growing, but it's like it's a mixture of entertaining matches.
Oh, he's on both platforms. I checked. He's on both platforms. I think he even streams on Twitch now.
Karma put in the chat. Karma said that Huskers was trying to find the game today and couldn't even find it. And couldn't even find the live stream. Which is another problem.
I mean, you type in COD League, you find the stream. That's what I did.
Yeah,
I mean, it
just pops up on my homepage right away. COD League.
Yeah, but it's also what I recommend it because we watch it all the time.
Yeah.
I think on the viewership thing, I don't think there's much else to say. What I want to spend some time before we take questions, real quick, is I want you to pull up the standings because I think there's a few things.
Interesting, because I'm way ahead of you, Benny. Yeah. I'm way ahead of you. I already got the standings up right here, and this is getting mixy for that second seed, Ben. Look at that.
Yeah, second seed is an absolute clusterfuck right now.
Those 5 points might be big for Toronto, bro.
Yeah, huge 5 points between them and Dallas. New York, obviously unlucky with not having ASIN, but they're still in the mix here. They're only 10 points back. OpTic's back in 270, which is doable for them to make up that mark. It's going to be crazy, man. It's going to come down to like who wins some stage 5 matches and then the major as well. And then I think looking at the top 8, I think it's pretty much locked. Unless like I don't even think. I mean, Seattle would have to win all of their games, and
Nah,
win the
it's
event for them to have
It's
a
over.
chance.
It's over.
Yeah, it's trucked. It's trucked.
At least,
Top
I
ace
mean,
lock for sure.
you'd need Mutineers to start shitting the bed, and I think they're not looking great, but they're looking a lot.
They're winning matches.
Is Faze 30-4?
They're winning matches.
Yep.
That is a game battles record, dude. What the fuck is that?
I mean,
That is
Top
a
ace
G.
page.
That's my
Just-
old GB record, dude. What the fuck?
I mean, bro, that's why. Listen, I know a lot of people will probably get so annoyed at the Faze hype, like us talking about it all the time, but there's nothing for us to say. I mean, we have to call it as we see it, and it's crazy. It's ridiculous. Like, these kids are
34.
It's nuts. It's fucking nuts. Like, I've never seen something like this. At least, like, obviously the dynasties back in the day, but for me, just like with how much competition is in these franchise leagues, listen, the spots are very limited in this league, which means the best of the best are getting the spots for the most part. I know there's some anomalies, and I know Zinni and Lamar can name a few. But for the most part, you know, at the top of the league is very top heavy. There's a lot of talented players. Like, these guys are making it look easy. Sometimes, you know, they're being tested a little bit. Today, they were definitely tested. But when these guys are all on point, they're frying. And you heard Arcee's on stage today. He's like, we played terrible today. Like, he was like, we played terrible. Like, some of the worst, because we were making a lot of mistakes. We were doing a lot of dumb shit. And they still won. They still won the event. Like, it's crazy.
I'm actually their kryptonite, though.
Are you?
I mean,
From
the
last
last
year,
final I
and
played against them.
yeah.
I mean, we look
So
4 to 5 kills, 1v2s.
Listen, if anybody
ninja
wants to win,
diffuses.
you got to pick up Zinni, bro. If anybody wants to be Faze, there you go. You know,
I
pick
mean,
up Big
one
Zen.
other point I want to make, Tom, on the standings is this is going to be the most interesting group draw to me of the year, because right now, like, if you look at the top 4 team situation, I don't even want to attempt on this show to rank teams 2 through 4, because I think it's when New York comes in with their full team, it's like literally impossible. I actually am very curious if Faze is going to actually put Dallas in the other group. Is that how that works traditionally? Like, does Faze gets to actually pick the second team, right? It's not automatically Faze or Dallas are in Group A and Group B, right?
No. It's Faze is Group A, Dallas is Group B, and then they alternate.
Oh, they alternate. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be very
so
curious
Faze will
to
put
see-
Ultra in probably. Empire will put New York in,
Yeah.
and then Ultra put Chicago in, and so forth. I mean, I think it's pretty clear cut. I think it's legitimately going to go in the order you're looking at right now.
I don't think so. I think Florida always is a wild card because they don't want to play Paris. And then Seattle's a wild card too.
I think Florida gets drawn higher than LAT and
Yeah.
maybe Rocker too, depending on who's the team making the decision.
So do you think Faze is gonna go with Toronto or Dallas, or they're gonna go? Or never mind. It's the top 2. Okay,
exactly.
so it
I think
goes-
Faze will. I think
So they'll
Faze
go-
will probably put Toronto in the
Yeah,
other group.
they'll go Toronto in the
Yeah.
other group. Yeah, and then Dallas will probably go. Who do you think Dallas will go? New York?
Yeah, New York or OpTic.
I think they'll probably go
I
New
don't
York.
know. I think some people might be fooled in the fact that I don't know. New York obviously didn't place what they wanted. Granted, they were a very
Who would be
weird
fooled by that,
situation.
bro?
I
You have
don't,
to be
dude.
blind.
Bro, recency bias is crazy. Like it's.
Nah, come on, dog.
You don't think so?
No, bro. They didn't have ASIM. They're not gonna get randomly put lower because of that.
All right, I'll fuck myself.
I mean, it's your own opinion. I personally think people know what New York can do when they have their normal team. Obviously,
They were
things
literally
are,
in the last finals.
yeah, I think things are a little bit different this weekend, and the frustrations were high in the New York camp, especially after the loss. Just very frustrated, because we all wanted ASIM here. I think everybody wanted ASIM here, and you know, some shit happened, and unfortunately, we couldn't get here. And
He's guaranteed to come, right? Like he's guaranteed to get in
got it
shortly?
now. He's got it.
Okay.
He's
there we
good.
go,
He's
okay.
on the way this week. He's coming this week, which is crazy, bro. Like the end of the tournament, he gets it in the mail. He gets it in the mail tomorrow. So it's just like it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. I'm getting a FaceTime right now from Coach RJ. He told me that MC is very, very drunk and wants to talk to you.
Here we go.
Oh my lord.
But I'm scared to answer because I'm on
Nah,
the
don't answer it on stream,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
you gotta answer on stream now.
Nah, I can't.
No,
I can't,
no,
bro.
that's not a
'Cause
good look.
I don't think RJ knows I'm
No,
live.
she definitely knows we're streaming. That's cap. No.
All right, hold on, let me answer it.
No, now MC's FaceTiming me, dude.
Tell him that he's on stream, right?
No,
when you
I'm
answer.
picking up now. MC's FaceTiming me, dude.
All right,
Look
you
how
pick
happy
up.
Ben just got,
MC,
dude.
we're on the
You
phone,
gotta
bro.
work
What's up?
hard
Did
on,
you
bro.
see how happy Ben just got?
He gets really happy, bro. Tell him
what's
he's on
up?
stream. Tell him he's on stream,
Yeah,
Ben.
tell him-
MC, you're on stream, by the way.
And put the phone to the mic.
And he's not forged. I'm on. First off, we're on the flank. Don't talk about this.
Did he just say he's on an edible?
I'm hanging up on that, bro. I'm hanging up on that.
Sell, dude, enjoy it.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Nah. MC was munching on some chicken fingers, bro. We're gonna.
Shut up. He said he's on an edible.
Say it, Tom.
He's on an edible.
I can't take your catchphrase, Tom.
What? But have a good day.
Maron.
Oh, the Maron. I got a lot of catchphrases. But Maron.
All right,
He
let's go to
deserves that,
questions,
man.
bro.
He
Let's go to
no.
Listen, bro.
I
my
told
man,
him my answer,
No.
my
Formal
ma-
tweet.
Hey, my
What
man
happened?
MC is on a fucking different level, man. Let my son enjoy it, man. Let him have a drink. Let him have fucking edibles.
Whatever
or
he wants, baby. He
whatever
earned
the
it.
fuck he wants, bro. He can fucking do what he wants. Formal tweet. What did Formal come out and say?
Well, first Crim tweet, like the fuck you to Formal, and then we'll go to Formal's tweets.
Okay, well, first we'll do that for sure. So Crypsix, he came out and said, GG's OpTic. Formal, you owe me $6,250 of the MVP split, and when the fuck does Jumanji 3 come out, you Jack Black looking fuck? Rest of the team, love you guys. Solid games.
Okay, so Formal says GG's. Not
yeah,
much you can say there. Now press back. Go back to his.
I started laughing because I read that in Crim's voice, bro. Like, that shit was funny.
So go back to Formal's page.
Okay. And which one do you want me to pull up? Because
That
he
one.
said Crim's kind of final.
Yeah, no, that was unacceptable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this the one
You
you're
have to
talking
embrace.
about?
You have to embrace the hatred here. Like, you two fucking hate each other. There's no way around it. You can't gas the guy. He just fucking. He shit on you twice. Then he tweeted saying "fuck you, Jack Black," and now you're gassing him. It's unacceptable.
Well, I mean,
It's unacceptable. Oh, what?
I didn't say nothing. I just
No?
No, you gotta expand on that, Lamar. Hold up, you can't.
Wait, hold on.
you can't do that.
Hold on. It's obviously not like fake beef. Like, it's like obviously actually beef now. And now you got Formal gassing the guy who's talking shit about him.
I mean, what is he gonna say, bro? He beat his ass. There's nothing else he can say besides GG's and.
So
That's
you
it,
gas
bro.
him?
No, he gasses him now. And
That's
so when
raising
they
the white
beat them
flag.
at Major 5, then he'll have a good retort back. It's some
I
good.
mean, listen, man.
it's some good
Formal,
sizzle, man.
Formal came out and tweeted, "I've been around a long time. Crim has every right to talk shit when they beat us 6-1 map count. We show up some days and some days we don't. Hard problem
No,
to
I just hate
tackle.
how-
GG's and we move forward to the next." I know what you're saying, Zin. You know, there's beef. These guys are just talking
I
shit about
want
each
them to
other.
be fucking pricks, dude. Like, just be a douche.
But like, this always happens, man. Like, you see it in boxing a lot, where people, or UFC, where they're just going crazy at each other up to the fight. And once you fight and let it all out, and you let all those fucking all that hate go after the match, it's like now they always want to forgive and forget and fucking move on. You don't want to hold on to that shit. You want to get it out.
I don't think it's.
Okay, it's a fair. Listen, I'm an open-minded guy. You make a fair point with the boxing shit. I'm open to all sides of the argument here. Maybe it's a Linny. I would rather Formal tweet Crim still shit, or so, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me something good.
Well, you can't say
You
Crim
can't
still
say
shit.
that. Yeah, you
I
can't
would.
say
got
that.
shit
What do you want to say? Like you
got
suck?
shit on.
Like
You can't
clearly
say
he
nothing,
doesn't.
bro.
So, like,
Yeah, there's nothing to say. You got shit on. You put your head down. You keep it moving.
And then
All right,
Formal came
I'm
out.
off.
Dude, come on, get a fucking grip.
I'm off.
Listen, and then Formal said, "I blame Roger for setting us up every single content day, just asking for bad karma. Thanks, Raj." Poor Roger, man. Poor Roger getting the fucking heat. Listen, tough day in the office for OpTic. Obviously, these guys wanted to come out, and everybody keeps saying Scump tweets. Did we not just look at the fucking Scump tweets?
Yes, did.
You know what I'm saying? Unless there's another one. You guys are late, man. You guys are fucking late. But for the most part, you gotta feel for the OpTic guys, man. Definitely a tough one for them. I know there was the Illy tweet too with the laughing faces. He quote tweeted a tweet from Formal how these guys are much better online.
Nah, that was kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. That was
That
a year
was
ago.
whack
Like,
because-
over a year ago, bro.
Yeah, he
That
like
was
dug it
long
up. It's
ago.
like he's been thinking about it. you
Yeah,
know?
that shit was like over a season ago, bro. That was like, you gotta let that shit rock.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it was over. Listen, Ender's just when you win, he's just trying to talk his shit. Ender's another one. Illy's been getting a lot of hate, so I don't even give a fuck.
He
bro.
played really well though, for sure.
And that's the
played
best
well.
feeling.
He played
That's
well.
the best feeling, is beating someone that was just talking shit or that you have beef with. There's nothing better than that.
Definitely a
And
good
then
feeling.
going on Twitter and quote tweeting it. Oh, it's the best.
Definitely a good feeling. I don't know. There's no upcoming schedule or anything, right, Ben? We gotta wait till the groups are picked. And,
yeah, we'll probably get that all. What we'll probably do is you and I'll probably do a show on like Friday or some bullshit, and we'll talk about the groups and whatever. I'm sure a million things will happen between now and then. It's a COD community, bro. Something's always happening on a given day. on
Oh, there's
social
some
media.
roster changes coming, I'm sure.
You think so?
I don't think so.
There's got to be at least one. There's no way. It's fucking
Nah.
COD.
I mean, what teams can make a change that are like legitimately in champs contention though? Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there's a
That's
new
what I'm saying.
Scump tweet.
I mean,
There's a new Scump
the
tweet.
only thing we can really talk about is we don't know what Thieves have a situation. Are they gonna, with the Hook situation aside, is he going to stay in the lineup? Surely they're not going to bench Draza, and they had him as a fill-in. Like, the Thieves roster will be interesting, but I don't know if we're going to find it out next week. That might be a week after thing when they submit their roster for the first week of the stage.
Scump tweeted out again to Kaiser, cheers to that. Esports is just so different in the form that players actively interact. We see it all, and it takes its toll. Mental health is very important in communities where they're down people, hoping it will change, but it won't.
Well, the one thing with esports too is like we kind of have to use social media. Like us,
You have to grow a brand. You have to.
us interacting with the fans is one of the reasons why people love esports. Whereas like, I'll use Kevin Durant. It's not a good example because he actually uses social media, but like he doesn't. That guy does not need to get on Twitter to have his career. You know what I'm saying? Like that guy is making millions, and he could not open social media ever again and be just fine. Whereas like we don't have that luxury. So someone like Seth, like he doesn't have the option just to be like, okay, fuck it, I'm done doing everything. Done getting on Twitter, and then it's like the worst Scump.
Yeah. Listen, man, we talked about this a million times. One thing I can always say though, Zen, is better days ahead. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. No, I mean seriously though. Like,
no, for real. I'm saying I'm being serious.
I know. I'm saying I'm just happy he's talking about it because so many players have felt that way this year, the past year, in years prior, and it's fucking. I'm just glad it's finally starting to get talked about because. The last thing I want is players being seen as liabilities, like when they're struggling. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't understand it, it's unless you struggle with mental health issues, it's very hard to actually understand what it is, and you get what I'm saying. I mean,
no, I get what you're saying.
I actually have a question for you guys.
I don't know how to vocalize it. Go ahead.
Do you guys think that the community has gotten like more toxic over the last 2 years, like through this COVID era, than it was previously?
I think it's always been toxic, to be honest.
It's always been.
You don't think it's gotten more toxic?
I just feel like social media.
I don't think so.
I think it has Lamar. Lamar. I honestly think, but I don't think it's because of COVID. I think just as time goes on, social media will become more and more and more toxic. And honestly, I think it comes a lot from jealousy. I think a lot of people online are jealous. Like for instance, somebody like Scump. He's done so many crazy things. He works really hard, and people maybe want to be that, or every time they have a chance to shit on him or try and tear him down, they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of jealousy going around social media, and a lot of people who are just like miserable in their own lives, so they want to take it out on other people instead of focusing on themselves.
Projection's a good coping mechanism. Well, it's not a good. It's actually a terrible coping mechanism, but it's one that people use a lot.
Yeah,
and agree, Tom.
It's just like that's the main thing for me, and it's like if you're gonna be online talking shit or hating on somebody, then there's got to be a real issue going on in your own life, and you really got to take a step back and realize if I'm on here just spreading hate and trying to tear this guy down, then you got to fucking do something about yourself. You look yourself in the mirror. Look yourself in the mirror. Fucking maybe go outside, go for a fucking walk, go talk to somebody. I don't know, but you need to get fucking help, because if you're out here spreading negativity, listen, man, life's too short to be spreading negativity like that. The only time I ever feel like the need to talk shit or spread negativity is if something is said to me, and I feel like the need to defend myself. But for the most part, stay in your own lane, be positive, show love to people. Life can be very short. It can be over tomorrow for all you fucking know.
You also got to realize, like, we have a very young demographic. Like, most of these people are probably fucking 13 to 17 years old.
They were 13 to 17 years old back then too.
And now there's more. Okay, I mean, there's no way there's 30-year-olds behind these accounts. I refuse. That's why I ask for selfies. Whenever someone tweets me talking shit, I offer them money to see what they look like, because I just need to know. Like, if you're taking the time out of your day to tweet me, I just got it. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like over the last year or two, it's definitely gotten more toxic on like Twitter, Reddit, chat, all of that. I feel like it's gotten worse, but I don't know.
It definitely has. I agree with you more. I think it's gotten worse too, and I think it's gonna continue to get worse.
Yeah, I agree too.
I think as time goes on, like, bro, do you guys like see Instagram? Like, Instagram is literally who could flex the most half the time. Like, when I go through my explore page and shit, it looks like a fake life. Like, it looks like fake life, you know? And I feel like a lot of people, like, if they don't have like a lifestyle like that, or they don't have what they want, like, they just get jealous and they just spread a lot of hate online. Or people just try and be funny and try and get retweets and clout. Like, people think like being negative is cool. I
don't know.
Like
I think
it's a culture. It's an old like.
It is.
Being toxic and trolly is a whole internet culture.
Like, yes, it's a social media culture. No joke.
I think people want to get a reaction. Like, I think people literally just do it to fuck around and like see your face on stream, or maybe you'll read it, or maybe you'll reply to the tweet. Like, I refuse to believe that people actually sit there and talk shit like I don't know how to really describe it. Like, because they genuinely want to. Oh, I fucking hate this guy. Let me write up a tweet. Like, I feel like it has to be for a reaction, right?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be for reaction for sure, because anytime I've ever responded to someone on Twitter that's tweeted me some bullshit, they'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe you responded to my tweet. Like,
it works.
Like,
Hold on.
I'm like, bro, what'd you expect? You want me to read this absolute horseshit and not respond?
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's getting bad. I've started replying to Reddit posts. That's how fucking. I'm like, shit. I gotta defend myself here. No, this didn't happen. This is why.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
I also think maybe COVID could have affected too. I don't think it got more toxic. Maybe like everybody's miserable because of COVID, so everybody's just spreading, being fucking.
Yeah, just a topic I wanted to bring up because I was curious what you guys thought about it.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, and you know, we're in a good spot in the U.S. at least. People are starting to get the vaccine. Things are opening up. Hopefully, this is sort of the end. Lights at the end of the tunnel, and we can kind of go back to things are, and hopefully get more positivity out there. Maybe get some events with fans. Everybody can interact, have fun, etc., etc.
No, 100%. But we can move on from the conversation, man. Just make sure you guys go out, spread some love, spread some positivity. You know what I'm saying? If anybody presses you, then you got my opinion to tell them to go fuck themselves. But you know, for the most part, you know, stay positive and just and keep pushing love, man. We don't want any problems, man. You don't know, words can go a long way for some people that are going through shit. You don't know what's going on in somebody's life, you know. So
what did Krim retweet? He has me blocked, so I can't see. Can you pull it up?
Yeah, sure. Let me pull it up for you. He retweeted something.
That's what they're saying. The channel's still lying.
As Tommy does that, guys, we're gonna take like 2 questions.
Yeah, go ahead
some questions
in the chat. Jot some questions down in the chat, and we'll do the best answer, 1 or 2 of them. He said, Trey tweeted out his DMs with Krim. Krim DM'd him this morning and said,
oh, this DM is good.
You even aware of what the ABC in Lululemon's men's pants stands for? Anti-ball crushing. I can't wear normal pants because my nutsack is so big. Tiny nuts, though.
Boo.
And then Trey responded and said, so you've just got a saggy sack. That's all he retweeted.
I'm actually glad he has me blocked.
So
yeah, that's all he fucking retweeted. I don't know what the fuck.
I've had a couple of questions. One is people asking us to talk about the OWL thing. So it's not like a real homestand. From my understanding, I don't think all the teams are going to be there. I think it's just Dallas and like limited capacity in the venue. So it's not like a full like whole thing. They're just trying to get some fans and sort of create some home game environment. So we'll see if CDL does it, but it looks like there's some momentum going on that front. And another question, we'll take like one more here. Someone said, what, 2 questions. It's kind of a 2-part question. One question is what should LAG do and what should London do? Overall, 2 teams that are kind of like out of champs right now. What do you guys think they should do considering sort of the season's kind of over at the moment?
I think they shouldn't do anything. Yeah, don't do shit. Just the players should go out, try to play as good as they can for next year, make some money, whatever it is. But if I was the org running that business, yours fucking chalked. You save your cash and you wait to see what you can do in the offseason.
I wouldn't be shocked if LAG starts playing their academy players, give them some marketing.
I mean, do whatever. Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're signed to pro contracts actually, because they're probably on challengers contracts.
They might as well give them a try. You know, give mental a try.
I wouldn't be shocked. Just throwing random people for shits and giggles, and fucking hell, one person pops off, sell them for $100 grand. Use them next year. Who knows?
If you're a fucking and if you're a fucking player in LAG or London or any of these teams, just fucking kill horde, bro. You know, get your stats up. You know, get your stats up to fucking bait your teammates and shit, and it'll be a pleasure to watch.
I just think it's so whack how a third of the league, basically for the next month, is just a waste of space. Like, it's just
that's what I mean. This is a different conversation, but I disagree with the format and the fact that, like, just imagine, like, the viewership of those matches now is gonna be so shit because, like, who cares if Seattle's playing whoever? It doesn't really matter. Like, they're not really fighting for anything at this point.
That's why I agreed with what Dan said a couple of days on the show. I understand the thought process to award teams that played throughout the stage, but why don't they do what the NBA Esports League did for a minute? You have these mid-season tournaments, aka in college, just the majors, and if you win a major, you get an auto bid, and then there's sort of a cascading way that you fill the rest of those 7 spots, or so be it. I kind of like that. Dope. So at least those teams that have something to play for, if they can win that final major, they can carry it over. If not, their season's over. They're off on the golf course or beach or whatever.
Yeah, no, I just know that we're going to still see hundreds of tweets, hundreds of Reddit threads after every single one of their matches for the next month and a half about why aren't they making a change? Why aren't they doing this? Like, bro, it's chalked. They're not doing shit.
It doesn't matter.
It's over.
Yeah.
They're just saving their money, and they're going to make big moves in the offseason, period.
Hey, there's no way in hell LAG come back in the offseason and have somewhat of the same team with kind of the same core, right?
I would hope
nah.
not.
I don't want to comment on none of that.
Yeah, I mean,
fellow players, whatever happens to them, happens to them. It's none of mine. I don't wish ill on no one or anything.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking. I see like the mental health thing, right? A lot of these players in the bottom 4 teams, like you see all these tweets. It's like you gotta realize the players are like no one wants to lose, right? Like those bottom 4 teams are still trying as hard as they possibly can. It's just not clicking. So for everybody to fucking shit on them even more, like they feel bad enough. So I just feel bad. Seeing them get shit on even more. It's just like, trust me, they already feel it, and then you're making it worse by saying change the roster. This guy's fucking shit. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole fucking clusterfuck. But what are you gonna do? We'll see what happens at the end of the year. Obviously, during the offseason, I feel like Ben and I are gonna be turning on a lot of shows, man. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of mixy situations. I feel like people are gonna be changing and trading, and I feel like new players are gonna be coming in, and maybe expansion. I really don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I think we can end it there. We had a good long show. But Ben, I think you know what time it is, asshole. Fucking land this fucking pot, Ben. Let's see what you got. We need your energy today, guys. Ben needs this. It's Championship Sunday, and his team Faze won, so you know he has a heart on.
Is that a Dunlop shirt?
No, it's a fucking... It's not fucking Dunlop. It's somebody else. I forget what he said. Ben's getting right into it. He's going to try...
Oh, yeah. No hesitation.
He stepped into this shit. He's not even hesitating. He's going to line it up. He's going to strike it, and he's going to sink the... But no, honestly, fuck this guy. He needs to make this longer. This is getting too easy, bro.
He's cheating, bro. He's used to it.
Hey, Ben. This is getting too fucking easy, bro.
We don't get hyped for you for doing this anymore,
Your mic is muted, too. Your mic is muted.
Oh, now he wants to mute his mic.
Yeah, right?
I think the puck gimmick might be over now, Tom. I think the puck gimmick might be over. I just been absolutely crushing it.
Ben, your mic is fucking... or you're fucking... That's just too easy, bro.
I know, but what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do about it, man? Maybe we have to end the puck gimmick. I don't know what to say.
Bro, we're not ending the puck gimmick because that's just comedy. But you have to...
what do you want me to do? Like, just go hit drives like out my window? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be fucking comedy. If you hit a fucking drive outside your window, I would cry laughing,
I'm just gonna hit a golf ball off to the street and just kill a random person.
No, dude. All right, that's probably not a good idea.
Great idea, Tom.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. Listen, man. We're gonna end the show there, man. Shout out to Accuracy and Methodz for coming on. It's always a pleasure to have these guys come on and spit their knowledge. So thank you guys,
for having
man.
me on, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Appreciate you guys
for always welcoming me. Appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, man. We love you, man. Zinni, you got anything to say?
Yeah, fuck you guys. I see the Linnies in there, man. I see the Linnies in there, man. It's noted.
Hey, there's a lot of Winnies today too. What? There's a lot of Winnies, bro. Listen, bro.
I mean, obviously, just joking.
Listen, man. I can't. Listen. I had some Lumas too, man. I'm sorry for coming at you before, Zin. I was just fucking around.
Wait, when'd you come at me?
When I said
Toronto
don't give a fuck about you, they dropped you.
You know I don't give a fuck. Listen, I have pretty thick skin, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I gotta take what I dish.
Lamar's on fire right now.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean? You look like 11 from Stranger Things now.
Who you talking to, me or Lamar?
Oh no, Lamar shaved his head.
I don't even know who 11. Wait, I kind of fuck with the shaved head though. No bullshit.
Wait, it's like a new gimmick. Austin did it. Lamar did it.
I'm trying.
Should I do it? My girlfriend will kill me. She'll kill me if I did it.
Do it.
Dude, I look like a legitimate fucking.
Nah, you pull off a buzz cut. You gotta be handsome, bro. And if you're handsome, you can pull it off.
I'm handsome. My head's shaped like a mini fridge. It look fucking horrible.
It would look got a blockhead for sure.
Oh my God, bro.
It would look horrible if I got a buzz cut. I used to get one. I used to look like a dude. I used to look like Kirby.
Well, on that note, appreciate having you guys on. We'll probably, you guys, for viewers and listeners at home, probably do a show at some point this week, most likely at the end of the week. But if anything crazy happens, obviously we'll turn on the show. Stay tuned to our social medias. Tom, you want to do all the plugs?
Yeah, guys, make sure to follow the stream for one. We haven't really, I know a lot of people aren't following the stream in here, so make sure you guys are following the stream to know when we go live. I do be going live with all kinds of shit, bro. So I know a lot of you guys find me just from going to the Call of Duty shit on Twitch and seeing my name up there. But please follow the stream. If you haven't already, go to youtube.com/Zoomaa. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Go to anchor.fm/theflank to go check out all the audio sites that we're on. And most importantly, guys, just thank you guys for watching. You guys already know that we'll be back with more shows. And it's just a great weekend of COD. I think this weekend there was a lot of exciting games. I think it was one of the best events we ever had. At least for me, just as a spectator, like I had a blast. And doing these shows and having you guys come in to chat with all this energy every single day, I mean, it's completely unmatched, man. There's nothing like it. Listen, we got the best show in Call of Duty. It's not even fucking close. All right, so I appreciate you guys coming in, showing love, and just love you guys, man. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get a Woo Mafia in the chat, and as always, have a good day.
Have a good day.